He threatening the checkmate. Prophylaxis finds another flight square for the king. C5! Oh! Dirty, dirty child.
I took his king! You guys, I took his king! This is what I don't understand about the pre-move, man.
Knight c5, pawn takes c5.
Let's go!
Go, Charlie.
Take that, Boomer GM. Take that, Jesse.
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys.
Yeah, I'll probably take mine.
One, e6 defended. What? Oh, good lord. Oh my god, White. Oh my god. The tension. Just so thick.
Yeah, son! Taste me now!
Yeah, so here's your cue, Hokie. You can cut right here.
Alrighty, how's it going, everybody? The scrubs are back with yeah, I guess, yeah, we were all here last week. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we were.
I'm trying to remember.
Good,
was
good.
last year?
No,
Coach's-
Drew wasn't.
that's-
No, Drew wasn't here last week.
He wasn't.
Wasn't I here?
Yeah, we
I
had replaced.
Oh, yeah, I
Oh
wasn't here
yeah,
last
yeah.
week.
We had a
Yeah.
HP Bob Dole.
Yeah, I was watching some football with Drittman.
We had
That's
Drew's
right.
Stun double in for.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, HP Bob Dole, right?
Xanth is the one that. Yeah, he's our dark haired, long haired historian. But
Yeah.
not. I'll also just mention not pictured is we've got Kush on the line. So say hi, Kush.
Hi.
Sorry, Kush doesn't have a camera, so we're going with. I should have like a placeholder for you, but so Kush is on. We're going to do a consultation match with him.
Yeah, we should have got a headshot.
Yeah, there we go. Kush, did you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? Like how you started chess, how you found the dojo, general, just kind of like a little bit about your background.
Yeah, so I learned the rules when I was really young, like maybe 5 or 6 years old, but I didn't play very seriously until high school because there just wasn't much chess like clubs in school until high school, and that's when I started taking it really seriously. And I'm now 20, so I'm not that far off of high school still, but I've been playing for like almost 6 years now. Seriously. I mean, I did play, like, it's not like I didn't touch the game before that. I did play, so like my starting rating, quote unquote, was like 1200 chess.com because I played it that I knew some of small stuff. Like I knew what the Italian was and the advanced French. That was like my open knowledge back then. And I knew like develop towards the center. I knew like these basic things, but nothing too much. And I actually am thankful for that because I think it's really hard to because I never had to struggle with visualization, at least starting out. Like I knew how every piece moved very comfortably, and it's like I think that's a really hard thing, like to just have to completely learn by yourself. I'm glad that like once I took it seriously, like I learned that stuff when I was a kid, like really young kid, where I could just absorb it all.
Right.
Yeah, and I was stuck under 2000, and then the pandemic happened. But then once the pandemic went away, I just started going up a bunch of rating, and now I'm 2130 about.
So how many OTB tournaments have you gotten to play like since the
Pandemic.
pandemic? Yeah.
Um, Maybe 8. I could check quickly. I'll have to.
Oh man,
That's
that's a
pretty
good
nice,
amount.
though.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
yeah.
about my number as well.
Yeah.
Maybe 10. I don't know.
That's about
Yeah.
8 more than I've ever played in my entire life.
Yeah, you gotta
I can check quickly. Just do a little counting.
And are these all in Illinois?
No, I started traveling a little bit after the pandemic, just because I wanted to play some bigger tournaments. Just so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I was right. Yeah, 8 tournaments.
Okay. Cool.
I've got all my
Which is like a lot, but you know, I would be playing a little bit more like
TV games.
smaller tournaments.
You have a whole stack of
Like, you know, the
scorecards right
local
there.
tournaments,
Yeah. Yeah, I played the local tournaments.
it's just there's not that many out there,
Yeah.
and like sometimes it's just like I see the entrance list and it's like when they are there, like not as many people join, and I'm like, I don't want to play like 5 1600s or 4 1600s one day. Like, to be honest, it's a
Yeah,
Mhm.
I could see that.
You want to play at your level? Yeah,
Yeah,
for
it's-
sure.
I could see that at your rating, especially because like when I play the local tournaments, I think, you know, I would see like if I was your level, like I'd play them occasionally, but not all the time, because like it's like the same handful of people that are like, you know, above 2000, like in Denver anyway, you know, that so they always play each other, and then they have to play down, you know, they have to take the shots of the rest of us, and the like, you know, you're trying to trying to score like their best win and stuff all the time. So
Well, and then if we get a nice upset against one of them, then it's just like bad blood after that. It's like, oh no, like why did this 1400 beat me? This isn't cool.
Right, well, this is
Like,
horrible.
come on.
It's tough to be the king.
yeah,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
So yeah, I was I knew because like going to Vegas was like my first OTB tournament since I was 10. So that was actually really fun.
Was it the National Open? I think I saw you there, but I was too nervous to approach you.
Yeah, no, I thought that you were there. I thought that you were there, and then there was like a chat. I was trying to get you involved,
Oh, I don't
and I
have
thought
that.
that you were there, but I
Sorry.
don't know how that all worked. But there was like a group chat that I created in Discord where I was trying to get dojo people to like be involved and like.
You vaguely remember that. I don't think I was checking it.
We
that
gotta
much
find-
during the tournament.
We gotta
That's
find
fair.
like a one of those, like a nice open tournament we can all meet up at. Like the summer would be best for me. Like another dojo, like the National Open. Like,
I mean, I'm
one of the
guessing
people
it's
would wanna
gonna.
go.
It's probably gonna be the National Open again, if I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, is that
like
when
because
this
it's
was-
central? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but was that
Like-
when is that?
It's July something.
July.
Oh yeah,
think.
yeah.
Is
let's
that
do
one in Vegas?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna. I'm not totally sure if I'll be able to, but I think I'm gonna aim for that then, to play that this year.
It's a good time.
Yeah,
good
that would be
time.
fun.
Made a lot of friends. So
It's also just like a big place, so it's like, yeah, it's like I don't know. I kind of like when the not just the playing hall, but like the area is big, so like you can just kind of do whatever in between rounds. You know, get to kind of relax a bit and take your
lose a
mind
few $100s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I would play-
except it would be illegal since I'm not 21 yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Well, I guess there's
Oh,
that.
you can't gamble.
Yeah. You said you're 20.
Yeah, I'm 20, so one more year.
His first National Open after when he turns 21 is he's gonna lose like 100 rating points.
Just because he
Those
was
drums on the
partying too
floor.
hard. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I think that sounds good. I think I want to play the weren't there like, because Drew, you played like what was the name of the section you played with like
Beginners.
game 25? Yeah, but like if we go, like I carve out enough time so I could go for like the whole, however, whatever, like the 7 rounds or
Yeah,
something.
that's a
to be under.
5-day
Yeah,
tournament. Yeah, it's
that
5
would be
days.
that would
Crazy.
be
Right.
that,
Yeah.
that would be so much
You
fun.
coming, Hokie?
Yeah.
Sorry, where was that one? Where were we saying? I'm laughing at. I'm just thinking of
are they-
responses to Daster.
Are you coming to the Vegas 5-day?
I would say I'd like to, but odds are no, no chance in hell. I would love to go. I got kids to
Yeah.
feed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's
I can't
right.
go
You
to,
gotta,
I can't go to
That's why you
Vegas
gotta
for a
win.
weekend.
that's why you gamble between chess games.
That's true. Yeah, I'm gonna take donations for the week. All the donations I'm gonna throw on Black 23.
Yeah, no, always. Yeah, Wesley Snipes. Always been on Black. Yeah.
Yeah, Freddie Patzer knows he's around me. There's a tournament once a year, and it's 5 minutes from my house.
Oh yeah, you got to.
But it always falls on it's Labor Day weekend. It's like the football opening weekend.
Virginia Tech football.
Yeah, it's true. So I can stop going to those games and go lose at a chess tournament instead and be disappointed and depressed that way.
Either way,
Except for last year, I was gonna skip it because we played UNC. It was like a big game, and we destroyed them, and it was like this great, and then we collapsed after that. But yeah, Freddie Patzer and I are gonna go to a tournament someday. I'm gonna meet Freddie.
Speaking of which, there will be no scrubs next week, everybody, as we will be watching the Super Bowl. So
yeah, none of us want to stream next week, and we just want to watch the Super Bowl, drink some Budweiser, grill some wings like true Americans.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry to all the non-American viewers.
Sorry, Gaster.
Don't get it.
And you 20-year-old Americans, so maybe some non-alcoholic Heinekens or something. I don't know.
Why bother?
You can't drink a non-alcoholic Heineken during the Super Bowl. What are you?
You think there's ever been like a good non-alcoholic beer?
No.
Yeah, eat some yogurt out of your Super Bowl and watch some European football.
Yeah, you can watch. Whatever.
So yeah, Super Bowl is next Sunday.
Many 16-year-olds get drunk. Like, I'm not.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what you tell your parents.
So it's the Rams, LA Rams hosting the Super Bowl in LA, so they get to play at home. So it's LA Rams and Cincinnati Bengals because the Bengals are in the Super Bowl, which is the most ridiculous thing anybody has ever said.
It's a weird sentence. And the Rams will, even though their last game was a home game and they got to sell all the tickets to their normal fans, and this is supposed to be a neutral game and they only get like a very small percentage of the allotment, they'll still probably have a higher percentage of Rams fans at this game than the game against the 49ers.
I'm actually super psyched for the Rams though, because Matt Stafford, right?
Yeah.
Like he played for the Lions for like 15 years, and we all knew he was a good quarterback. And so like the first season he goes somewhere else.
I know. I actually feel I'm happy for him. He was stuck in Detroit for so long, and everyone was just like laughing at him.
Everybody likes the Rams because it's where all their good players went because when their team sucked. Yeah, so like we've got Von Miller on the Rams now.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, yeah.
So, yeah, just like with the Lions, it's been such a sad story. But anyways, let's talk about chess.
Yeah, let's get into the game since we're late anyway.
We're gonna be playing a 45 plus 30 straight up consultation match. Y'all are familiar. And then just to clarify, what's your OTB rating, by the way? Because we just wanted to let chat know that you're not whatever your chess.com rating is. Probably your.
I don't play much on chess.com in general, but
okay, you don't play much on chess.com, and you're 2138 USCF. All right, we're gonna be playing black against you, and if you want to just mute yourself, then you can just join us like at the end of the stream. Does that sound good?
And I'll also
leave audio
from the.
Yeah. You can leave the Zoom audio just so you don't hear us, I guess. You don't hear all of our brilliant schemes that we're concocting.
Yeah.
Daster's very hurt that we're. He's PO'd at the Americans. He's like making fun of our federation, and just because we're leaving him next week for football.
All right, and I'm timing out Daster now.
All right. So, okay, so I'm gonna send the challenge here. All right.
All right. See you on the other side, Kush.
I gotta make.
Oh, and I saw Chess Latte ask earlier. Yeah, Kush he doesn't have a camera, so he's off camera. But so that's why
Somebody
you just
said he was. Daster said he was one of the cushions behind me.
All right, you guys see the game?
I see it.
So Sicilian.
So against E4,
I play Caro. I used to play the Sicilian.
So Caro, so I play.
Yeah,
E5.
we know. What are we doing?
C5.
We should have talked about this.
Yeah.
Caro's actually kind of interesting. I think we did well. But E5. Let's just do C5 since Seth is driving.
Okay, let's just if you play Sicilian,
I don't.
Dritman just ignored us and he just played like the opening, and so we didn't get in time trouble out of the opening because he was like, "You guys are dumb. I'm just gonna play a couple moves."
All right,
and it worked out.
And then we won. Yeah, well,
sorry, I'll fix this.
Seth,
I'll fix
you
the board.
can drive until.
All right.
Seth, if you're positive on theory, just drive. How about that? We're fine with that as long as you're positive on whatever theory you want.
Fair enough.
Right.
Yeah, I don't really know
right
Sicilian
here,
theory anymore.
Right, and like right here, there's any number of about usually there's three different moves that are basically here.
Yeah, so
okay.
I'm not going to complain. So you can just play whatever for that.
So he's going for.
Is it A6? Is it A6 a thing right here?
No, definitely not. Is it a Rosalimo? I usually play G6. It's like sort of the most ambitious way to play it. You don't want to play A6 here because they played this to take your knight. It's just wasting time.
True. They are gonna.
Thanks for the subs.
So I think G6. I'm gonna go with G6, guys. It's the move I play.
All right,
that works.
Right.
Yeah, if everybody,
right.
Drew, did you see that Raza Limo game? Let's go with Bishop G7.
That seems logical. Did
you see? That. I shared it with our class. The game where I had that mate in 2 and missed it. Yeah, that was this opening. So that game went well until it didn't. All right, this is normal. Okay. I play E5 here.
E5 was the first move I was looking at. I don't really know the theory, but
it's theory. Some might think it's a little controversial, but yeah, E5 is like a very main move here. E5, and then we're gonna
D6 a thing. Just D6.
Yeah, D6 is another move.
It kind of it pins your knight. Yeah.
E5 also clears this E7 square. We can play knight E7.
Yeah, that's the move I was looking at, is bringing the knight to E7 instead. I mean,
and then if we lock the center, he could still break with D4 and sack a pawn. It's a way of playing this, but if he doesn't, if we just get a locked center, we can play for F5.
Cool. I like it. Let's go D5 then.
And also say to chat in general for this, try not to say too many like direct lines. We'll try to ignore you to a certain extent. Don't give us too many lines or anything like that. We want to try to figure it out. You can call us idiots, which you're going to do regardless of when we blunder. That's what we have Chess Latte for.
So the idea is to eventually get. Okay, so now B takes C, or
I like D take. I like D takes, developing a piece in one move.
Oh, you like D opening up the light squared bishop?
Yeah.
Are we gonna castle kingside or queenside though? Because if we have that open file for, is it the open file for the rook? Nice. That's the other question. Whether we like to have but like the open file for the rook is also attractive, right? Like
what
the
open file?
like the B file.
The D file.
The B file. If you do B takes C, then you have the B file for the rook. Is that something to?
It is. I think both are playable. I like D takes personally, but it's personal preference.
What do you think, Derek? Would you take D or B?
I think I would typically take D with the D pawn. That's what I would do in similar positions.
D pawn.
I can understand the B.
D pawn is more. The D pawn take is more from is what I would be more familiar with.
But we'll take with D
because we can take with D. We can get the knight out. We can castle kingside, and our king isn't exposed. We got time.
6 moves in, we haven't lost.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know. Chess Latte already has us lost. He says we're going to get crushed with this variation. You have no faith in the scrubs.
Get out of here, Latte.
You have no faith in the scrubs.
Bishop E3 in the scrubs. Latte, that's not a problem. D3, Bishop E3. We played B6. No problem. Now this is weird. Now this I don't know.
Okay, let's think. My initial reaction is some sort of queen move, right?
Latte.
Queen E7, Queen E7, or Queen B6 are the two.
I think he's just screwing. I think he's screwing with us.
Can we take this?
No,
Can we take this? Why can't we take this?
Why can't we take that?
Yeah,
we can't take. I mean,
if we take D4,
it, he can't get his. Yeah, but D.
Also, just I know we're on the clock here, but Latte's wrong. This is theory. We were not in trouble. Be quiet, Latte. All right. Anyway,
no, but why can't we take it?
So if we take it, he plays. And if he goes for D4, he's attacking our E5.
So then we play F6.
All right.
I don't know if I'd want to play F6 there.
Takes D4.
Or even queen to like D6.
Yeah, we could move the queen out.
Like, what is the threat after we take? Is the threat really just D4? Is that the biggest threat?
He's gonna fee and Keto, I guess, and put pressure on E5. But yeah, we have Queen C7.
Why did he give up the pawn though? Like, why didn't he just play B3? Like, why did he go B4?
He's messing with us. I don't know.
We
Thanks,
have to
Erkzer,
take it, right?
for the sub.
I guess there is compensation for taking this pawn.
That's what I'm trying to figure out what the compensation is.
Well, the pawn on C5 is squeezing D4. So we could play B6.
But it's a pawn. It's a free
It
pawn.
is a pawn. And if he takes, then these C pawns would be very ugly.
And we've got Queen D6 all day. Right?
I think take. What's the
yeah?
What is he setting us up for? I guess we'll learn something.
It's not. It's not a.
It's not like
again. We haven't made a mistake up until now. This I'm sure. It doesn't matter what Latte says.
Latte, give us time to make a real mistake.
Yeah, Latte. Of course, we're in trouble. We're playing someone much better than us, but it's not because of any move we've played yet. All right. Okay. Let's take it. Let's take it.
I said why he played B4.
All right, we're taking it.
Yeah, just take it. I don't know.
Right.
Stamen said I said I say a lot of things. I don't know what I said.
In fact, isn't even C5 a move here?
Oh my God, he's going. All right, I don't think we take this one. I don't know.
No, C5. C5 all day.
C5. I'd like to develop.
I just developed the knight.
Or Queen B6. Or Queen B6.
You can give the pawn back.
What? Queen B6 doesn't give.
No. Queen B6 doesn't. Derek wanted to develop the knight. That would.
Oh yeah, I was. That's what I.
Why not Queen B6, which defends the pawn and just like. And it seems like a fairly secure.
Because if we defend the pawn, he's going to kick us away. Probably I'm thinking queen b6. If he takes, we take. Then he can hit us with like c3 to gain some
Okay,
tempo on our queen, and then expand on the center.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's,
Well, okay.
that's true.
Yeah, well, we're not going to take this pawn because then bishop a3 and we can't castle. Of course, we could play knight e7, but
The Evans DM Hokie accepted. It feels like this is some kind of a line. Oh yeah, you guys can't see. It's the
what about a5?
Niedzemets-Dinov
no, that
I
doesn't
was
Russell.
do it.
looking at A5. I was just looking at
No,
A5.
it doesn't do it. It doesn't do anything though. It doesn't
It
do
does
anything.
though, because wait a minute,
No.
check this out. It does work. Because if they take, you
Mhm.
don't take. You don't take. Instead, you
of
play like
course.
bishop e6, and then you have the double protection on A5 in the end.
Well, but if they take and you play bishop e6, then they just take a5.
And then you take with the rook, which is protected by the queen.
Okay. But what did that accomplish?
I mean, we've got all the pieces. We have all the development compared to white.
Hmm.
I mean, all of the development. We'll have like 3 pieces to 1 piece developed.
So why not just play bishop e6 now?
Because they could
bishop
just
G4.
because they could just take
G4.
the pawn, because they could just take the pawn and
Mm-hmm. We still have all the development. Our pawn structure's fine.
what if we played c5?
See, c5 looks like what he's like. That seems to be like giving him the compensation.
Seems like we're making a lot of pawn moves with that.
Yeah.
It's not like he has any more development than we do, though.
Yeah,
We
but
need to take
C5
advantage of that while we can. Get all
Well,
over
but
it.
c5 and he takes and we take, then like we just then I don't know.
We're still up a pawn.
Yeah,
if
we're up a
okay,
pawn,
still
but
up a
what
pawn.
but at what cost? And how good of a pawn?
I mean,
We're not
what is
taking
the
that,
cost?
Merles. We're not taking that, obviously.
I mean, what is the cost?
Developing his bishop. I don't know. We could play, I think to hold on to the pawn, maybe queen b6, but then is e4, then e4 is going to come under e5. I'm sorry, e5 is going to come under fire.
What about queen e7?
Queen e7 limits us developing our knight.
Queen
That's
e7.
true.
Yeah, we can't.
Queen d6. Queen d6.
Queen d6 was the other move that I was like trying to figure out if that worked.
Queen
might be the
d6.
move.
Queen d6. Yeah, queen's a little loose, but we should be able to tidy that
Queen
up.
Queen d6. If they trade pawns, we take it. What if he plays bishop a3?
Oh, that's annoying.
Then it hurts us castling.
That's very annoying. Yeah.
Can we just play c5 though? At that point,
No, our queen would be attacked.
We'd have to move our queen, and then we'd have to develop our knight to like e7.
Queen
wait,
e7.
no, wait.
Doing this to make us take time.
Queen d6, pawn takes, queen takes. Oh, I see. Then the queen.
Bishop a3 there.
Yeah.
Good night,
Mhm.
Daster.
I still think a5 or bishop e6 are the 2 best.
So if we play
a5,
Or even-
pawn
or
a5.
even bishop e4,
I think
or
knight
even-
e7. What about just like knight e7? He
That's what-
takes queen c7, and then we're fortifying e5 because he's gonna.
What about? I actually want to get the light square bishop out first, because if we can protect our rook, then we're always threatening a5, which means that they have to take on that move. Which means
think
that
our
the
light
rook
square-
is-
our light
Bishop
square
bishop
we don't-
c4, bishop
our light-
g4 then.
our light
bishop
square-
g4 or bishop e6. One of those 2.
I don't know. I don't think we know where our bishop belongs yet. And I think it might support an f5. It might be developed already if we ever think about breaking with f5. Now it looks a little riskier in this position, but I don't know.
So you
And
think-
knight e7, it gets us closer to castling. And we don't know where the bishop's going, I think, is the point.
Then I'm fine with knight e7. That's smarter about not knowing where that bishop's going yet.
97. The thing we have to think about is, I guess, yeah, d4. I don't know. I think it's fine. We'll take it.
d4. I think we just take it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Because then we got the bishop and the queen
Oh,
covering
the
it.
bishop. Yeah, 97 then.
Yeah, I go back to that. That was
The
my.
only thing is, by giving up the pawn, we've really gotten rid of all of our advantage.
Look at our development, though.
Are you sure we have? Like, I mean, first off, we're black, so like, what's our like?
Well, we're up a pawn right now.
Yeah, but that pawn is so far extended.
Yeah, we're up a pawn, but like, right? Do we get in trouble by trying to stay up a pawn, or do we make him use time getting his pawn back? I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard.
I think we make a decision though.
C5. I don't. C5 seems like the kind of move you play, then get blown off the board.
A5 is not that move though. Although we still need the
A5 doesn't. It's just. I think we hold the pawn like queen b6 or queen d6 or something, or we develop. I mean, that would be developing and holding the pawn a bit. But again, if they take and we take back with the queen, then bishop a3 is what we have to worry about. And I don't know. Bishop a3, then we'll move our queen. Then probably knight c3. We'd still have knight e7, and we can't play knight e7 then castle, because if we castle, the knight would be hanging. So I just think knight e7 now. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, ridiculous! No, it doesn't work. Never mind. It doesn't work.
Okay,
it doesn't work.
Knight e7.
I'm fine with knight e7.
Knight e7.
Okay. All right.
He's just gonna take. He has to take now, right? Like, basically has to take.
Yeah. So he takes, and then we castle, and
yeah,
we're leading in development by one tempo. But as black, that's not bad.
Nope.
Yeah, my two moves, chess latte, were knight e7 and bishop g4.
Technically, it's actually equal.
Bishop g4, then what after h3, latte? I mean, taking that knight.
I think he might just take the knight.
Latte's talking a lot of trash today.
He's fired up. I saw you had like a good tournament or something.
Oh wow. Didn't take.
I think queen c7 is the move here.
Why not d6?
C7, I don't know. D6 looks a little more tenuous. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I just thought C7.
I mean, he's not protected either way.
Yeah, but it's true.
The queen on g6 defends both pawns versus.
But if we play queen d6, they play d4.
What if we took the pawn now? He won't.
for the tempo.
Yeah, he can get that gets his knight out at that point, I guess.
And I guess, yeah, if he plays knight takes, but the knight is on a3.
Well, it's gonna come to c4.
I guess it's gonna come to c4. Yeah.
Yeah, knight was just the first move.
So maybe we don't want to help that. Yeah, I think, I don't know, Drew. I was thinking that we wanted to put a rook on this d file, and I mean, I guess you still can. I don't know. Queen c7 seemed more natural to me. That's the normal move.
If you could protect
but this
pawns,
is a weird position.
My point is, if you could protect two pawns versus one pawn, why not protect two pawns?
Because if they take on b4, are we going to take back with the queen?
Maybe not immediately, but maybe we could defend the e pawn again and then keep that pawn hanging for a future tactic.
Defend it again? How?
I don't know. With like a knight move or a rook move or a pawn move, like, something.
Yeah, but No, not something. You gotta give me.
What about
there is
bishop?
no-
What about bishop
there-
G4 now?
F6 is a horrific move. That if we have to play that, we're definitely worse.
Okay, so then like then we could play we can continue with the castling idea and getting the rook to E8 and then
Okay.
the rook protects it. Or even there's still C5 knight C6 ideas to protect the pawn, in the future. We just have to maintain the defense for a little bit, but the whole time that B4 pawn's hanging and they don't really want to play C3, which blocks the bishop.
C3. I don't know. What's wrong with Queen C7?
It's literally just worse than Queen D6, which
No, it's way more. I don't know.
Queen C7, they can take with the knight. No, sorry, hold on.
No, they can't. I mean, they would lose the knight.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay, what do you think, Derek? Between these two moves, D6 or C7, where are you at?
Queen C7 is
I'm
the
still looking
normal
at bishop
Mausolino
G4.
move. I mean, I know this is a weird position, but like bishop G4, bishop G4 H3.
I think we take it, and then we can castle and get the queen out to defend the pawn.
No, we don't. Okay, H3,
Bishop
but
G4 bishop G4 isn't bad. I kind of like bishop G4.
No, that's a good. You can't give away the light square bishop.
But it's not there to take. It's just there to develop to. Like
no, it is. If they play H3, we're gonna give it up. We just said.
We can still come back to H6 or to E6.
We're not.
Then if we're looking at the queen moves, I'm looking at Queen C7 first.
We castle our E pawn falls.
So Derek, why do you like C7 over D6?
D6 is looser. It's on the
yeah. That's my only thought is it's looser. If we play D6, they can again take the B pawn and then develop the bishop back out and pin the queen to the knight. I mean, really.
The knight's, what are you talking about? The knight's protected. Like,
no,
I don't know.
Thank you.
Did you just play it?
Yeah. If we had played Queen D6, then they take the B pawn, and then they can then if we take it back with the queen, then they can bring their.
My whole point was that we wouldn't take with the queen.
Then why put it on D6?
Yeah, then why put it on?
Because we could in the future. We leave it as a hanging pawn that we could eventually pick up, like by developing elsewhere, and then eventually that pawn's like a nuisance for them. Like that was my idea. Like in the future,
it's never a nuisance. Anytime we take that pawn, the E pawn is hanging.
But that's my point. After we develop a whole bunch, we can have it protected other ways, like by a rook or a knight or something else.
No, you can't give up that E pawn that easy, Marlos. That's bad. That would be very bad position. You can't.
I wasn't looking at castling there.
No,
I wouldn't give up that E pawn for nothing. Especially when our B pawn would. I mean, maybe we could have been defending.
Our B pawn's dead. Yeah. Okay, castle. Now we could castle.
I think we castle, yeah.
Yeah, which I think is fine. Yeah, we've got.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are castle too, but we are still have one step up on. Yeah, I would go ahead and castle.
Okay.
Hey, thanks, Xanth. By the way, if anybody missed Xanth's history lesson last week, I need to put that on YouTube. But it's still but then I also posted it in the Discord, his timeline that he made, and then he posted the puzzle we did.
Okay, so
yeah, Drew, you gotta do that puzzle Xanth gave us last week.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh no, I saw that with the rook down the file.
Yeah, did you see it? That was like the craziest puzzle ever.
I went back through it. I checked it out after.
The pawn sadly marches to its death.
That was beautiful. That was a beautiful little trick. All right, what is our next developing move? Or like do we know how we're going to decide where this bishop needs to go? Like, does it just go to E6?
I don't know. Who has the power to ban latte? That's what it is.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, it's a good question. What do we want to do here? I'm not totally sure. Bishop e6, yeah, is a possibility. I agree with.
It's the last development, right?
Mhm.
So I
Yeah,
mean, obviously there's rooks. There's rook moves too. We could look at. I mean,
there's
rook
F.
to.
There's F5.
Here's the thing.
F5 is very.
Where is this knight? What is the plan for our knight?
Yeah,
Could we,
I don't know.
could we please,
F5. F5 could be the plan.
What if we play C5? What if we play C5? And now the idea of C5 is so that we can play knight C6.
Well, let's.
But we also just sort of forced. I just kind of like C5.
C5.
Yeah.
Let's see what he plays. What do you think he's gonna play?
I guess we have to figure that out.
So D4 doesn't look ready yet. He wants
C3?
it though. Knight C3 is okay for us. I don't know. If Knight C3, I don't know.
If Knight C3, C5.
No, because our pawn is on C6 is dominating the knight on C3.
That's true. I'm just trying to think. I'm just thinking that our knight is sort of dominated on by its own pawn.
Our knight is being dominated by their e pawn. Yeah.
And our own pawns, which was my problem. Like I don't know what our knight is doing. Like it's sort of there, and it's like I don't do anything.
I know, but we had to go there. Yeah, he kind of made us play into this because, yeah, I guess by playing by taking. I don't know. This is sort of what we.
F5, like we were talking about, right? F5's the thing.
F5, yeah, but it needs to be calculated. I think you might want to play H6 first if you want to play F5. So he obviously wants to bring his knight to C4. We could just play Bishop E6 and say no. So that's I think right.
He's confusing me with these moves.
That's the point. You're supposed to play tricky against.
No. The knight wants to come to C4. He wants to put more pressure on the e pawn. That makes sense.
Bishop E6 is natural, but it's almost like when it's that natural. What if we played B5?
Yeah, I was looking at B5. Yeah.
B5 giving weakens. I don't know. It's creating some weaknesses.
It is.
But what does he do with his knight at that point?
He can play C4 and just bring it back to C2. It's not great, but yeah, the C knight to C2 to E3, then he'd be looking at. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but I don't like B5. It's very committal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bishop E6.
Bishop E6. Bishop E6.
Bishop E6 is that cool thing?
Yeah. That makes sense. It cuts it off.
Yeah, it's a good spot. It's a good square for that piece.
So F5, by the way, is super well protected. So it's such a good square to develop into. Like it's super nice.
I think I don't know. I don't know what's going on the queen side here. It's very confusing. I don't know what our plan is. Maybe just keep developing. Let's just keep right.
Yeah, maybe
Bishop E6 seems like the natural. Oh wait, rook D8, rook 88, right?
Well, yeah, I was like looking at rook 88 looks good now. Now that we got our bishop out, it's open file or not open, semi-open file, right down the middle, lined up with the queen.
Yeah.
Logical move.
Our knight on E7, I agree, is our bad piece right now.
Okay, yeah, so it's good. Also, we identified the knight is our weakest.
Well, F5. So F5 is risky for our king, but it would break open both our dark squared bishop and our knight on E7.
What if we looked at another 8 move, moving the rook the knight back to the eighth rank, like one of these fancy moves.
Well, that's
to
what I
get
was
it-
just about to
get
say. It's a move that
really-
I always. It just feels like I can't do it, but yeah. Now that we move the bishop, we can technically drop the knight back to c8 if we need to.
Well, maybe move the rook first.
Move the
so
rook
it's
for
on the
connect the
east
rook.
side, and then move the knight back to c8 after.
Yeah. So
Hold on.
rook-
What's the point of that
so, like,
move?
So rook
Yeah.
88, and then knight to c8, and then knight to d6 or something, you know.
maybe
Or,
he's
or
just
even
maybe he's trying to dissuade us from playing f5 with this move. Because if we do, he can take, and then e5 would be tender. But I don't know.
well, it would be pretty tender.
But if he
Also-
took if takes, knight takes.
Also,
bishop-
G4 is still a kind of a threat, I think, with the same sort of problems
Well-
on our e5 one.
if he plays d4, we take. Yeah, maybe he wants to play d4, and then if we take it, play e5 himself. But I don't know. If we take it, takes. Well, we could play rook d8. That would stop d4 for the moment.
Rook d8 is a simple move that I think we can fall back on at any point, as long as there's nothing. We can
Yeah.
play rook d8. Is that what you guys were saying earlier? Play rook d8 and then swing the knight over to c8.
Yeah, knight
That
just
just makes sense. I mean,
Knight
I'm
to
saying rook
c8
d8,
to
rook d8 doesn't
d6.
seem
Yeah.
wrong. Like nothing's under attack. I don't.
b6 or d6. Actually, d6 or b6. We'll
the
figure
only
it out.
thing that's
But, like,
tender in our position is this e5 point.
Yeah, that pawn is.
but it's attacked. Yeah, so
it's
I
attacked
mean,
twice.
it's
And as
attacked
long as-
twice. It's defended twice, but yeah.
For now.
Well, I know his plan. I know what he wants to do. He wants to play knight c4. That was the
We
point
can
of his
just
last move.
then we can just take with the bishop.
That's a concession. It's maybe a necessary one, but it's definitely a concession.
Okay, because you lose the bishop pair.
And
I
it's-
mean-
yes, that's a lot of our advantage, and it's by far our better bishop.
Is it crazy if he plays knight c4 then to put the bishop on g4, trying to eliminate an attacker on that e pawn?
You're still gonna trade it for a knight, right, Derek? So
Maybe
why
yeah,
spend
probably.
like 2 moves to
Well-
trade it for a knight? Then he would get a3. I don't, or h3.
Like,
H3 is
just-
not like the world, best move.
Now, is f6 a huge concession if we have to play it after knight c4? Is f6 a huge concession?
It definitely is if we should trade our light square bishop.
No,
But,
no trade. That's what I'm saying. If knight c4, just play f6.
it's very passive. And
But we're very well developed, right? We've got the rooks in the center, and like we're ahead in development already. They're playing a lot of extra moves. So sort of like the idea is after we play rook d8, we're so well developed that we can afford the timing of like f6, which just solidifies, e5.
hmm.
Does that make sense?
It's not a move I want to play, but yeah, it makes sense.
It's not like there's a light square bishop out there to attack the king. The only thing would be the queen, and we've got plenty of protection else, around the king. So it's not like, we're conceding too much there.
Mm-hmm. What if
We can even after we play f6, we can even look at bishop h6 eventually to just like re-engage that dark square bishop.
I don't
And then even king g7 at some point.
Man, I know I didn't want to play it earlier, but the b5 move now, I don't know.
What do you think, Derek? Derek, between these ideas, like a rook d8, f6 if knight c4, or just b5 to stop knight c4 right now?
Or we could play a5.
I was looking at a5 at one point. Don't know. b5 leaves our queen guarding as the only, or no, the knight's guarding.
There's one problem with all of this.
What?
What about b5?
We just said b5.
From white. So like if we played a5, they played b5.
A5, B5.
If we play
Yeah.
if we play B5, then they can't.
No, if they play
Oh.
B5. If we
A5,
played A5, then they play B5.
B5, C takes.
C takes, then like I don't know, queen or knight takes. Like they have the option, right? Like
Mhm. But
just seems
if knight takes
nice.
if knight takes C2 is hanging. And
that's
if
true. But if
queen
queen takes,
if queen takes, if queen takes, well, we would get knight C6, and then we would be defending our pawn on E5. It would clear the C6 square for our knight.
we also have the option of just playing C5.
C5, yeah. C5 doesn't do much. Or yeah, I guess C5 is
well,
the same threat as
the
A5.
point with the point would be to follow up with C4 and just sort of like tell that A pawn that it's lost, or the B pawn that it's lost. But they could play B4 then. I don't know. That's a line.
I gotta close that.
So I think the two candidate moves we're looking at right now that make the most sense are Rook A8 or A5, right?
A5 or B5, I think. B5 is a little more.
But B5
yeah,
B5 is still pretty weakening. Whereas
It
A5
is.
wouldn't.
it is, but it
A5
just,
wouldn't be.
it just laughs in the face of their dumb knight, though. But yeah, it is weakening. A5. A5. Okay, so A5, B5, C takes, queen takes, knight C6. I think that's a pretty good line for us, right? Knight C6. There could be some rook trades, and who knows. A5. If they take, rook takes, we're good. A5, knight C4, we take B4, they take E5. I don't know about that. That's the one I don't know about. A5, no, A5, knight C4. I think then we take the knight and we give up our bishop to win a pawn. I don't know.
Where are you at with this, Derek?
I'm looking at A5. I think we might just need to commit to something.
I just kind of like A5.
Go with
Okay.
A5. Why not?
All right. I hope you guys calculated.
It
Did
seemed
not.
to do really well on a lot of our calculations. So
Yeah, I didn't see it losing the game. So
we're already down 20 minutes. So
That's why I was like, we just gotta. It's we
yeah, I
can
know,
calculate,
this
but if we're
always
down on
happens.
time, it's gonna hurt us more.
we were actually up on time for a good.
It would be
portion of
nice
our
if there was
meeting
a way
at
to
Douglas,
play
right?
this where the consultation side could get a little bit more time. But
That's true.
oh well.
Yeah, Douglas was the one that used probably the most amount of time.
Hopefully, I don't know, he has a nice think here. We should start thinking though. Well, I guess we have thought. We got to be ready with a quicker follow up on this next move, I think. So
Yep.
if knight
So
C4, I think. Oh no! But then if we take queen takes, we're not even like winning a pawn there.
If knight C4, we can just take, right?
Right, but then queen takes, and then A takes B, queen takes B.
Queen takes what?
Queen takes on C4 if we
The
take
pawn,
it,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Queen takes on C4?
If you said knight C4, bishop takes C4, queen takes C4, right?
No,
That's
no,
all
no,
pretty.
no. A takes B. A takes B.
A takes B, then knight takes E5. We're gonna trade.
Okay,
Yeah,
knight takes E5. Then we just sort of like, I don't know, chill. Like develop our knight, whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, think about that position. Is that desirable?
We still have the bishop pair. I don't know. Seems
That's
okay.
true. We have a much worse pawn structure.
Not really. It's not like
Not
we have
much
double
worse, but
pawns. We don't have like
we would
double
have
pawns
double
or
pawns.
isolated pawns.
We would have doubled B pawns. Yes, we would.
Or we would have double B pawns. That's true.
But
we also have a pretty far advanced B pawn.
But
For
the
what it's
e-pawn
worth.
is doing a lot of work there. It's controlling squares in the center. It would be a big thing to lose.
Is this center already getting less important though? Like as we're heading into these.
I don't think the center's ever. I think the center is important in every phase of the game.
Oh.
But I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't see how it could not be. I mean, where are we going? Where would we win the game then if we lose the center?
Queen side.
We're gonna win on the queen side. Are we gonna make a pass pawn somehow?
Yeah, we'll play c5. And
I think actually
bishop, like
the move might be, Drew, if we would probably be b3, right? Just try to ram the force them to make a decision there. But
yeah, right, exactly. There you go.
But I still don't know if I'm if I'm happy.
I mean, that does wonders for our e6 bishop too. Like, right?
If b3 c takes b, bishop takes b, then we get that passed b pawn. But I don't think that's forced by any stretch. That said, if b in that position, I don't know. Don't know.
So now we can also play b5 too.
What?
Like b5 is such a move.
Maybe b4. Well, I was saying I'm still calculating the knight c4. I'm anticipating knight c4. If they play something else, we deal. But like knight c4 needs a plan. I think
knight c4 is still gonna. We could still look at f6.
We could still look at f6. God, that bishop, our dark square bishop, is so bad.
I know. I'm trying to figure out what we can do to.
You say it's so bad, but on h6, it's still got a big diagonal.
Okay.
Yeah, but it leaves the pawn.
Well, if it's protected by a pawn, it's fine. The pawn is fine if it's protected by a pawn.
Yeah.
Like that's my argument.
So you're saying playing f6? Oh, okay, all right.
In fact, I would actually A takes B, let them take the e pawn, then play f6, kick the knight, then.
You want to play f6? You want to give us? Oh man, that's like the worst of them. Those are like all the things I don't. You're conceding everything there. I feel like.
Well, what am I conceding?
You're conceding our e pawn, and we're playing f6.
But
if I'm playing f6, just to hold on to the e pawn.
We're also controlling the center again, though, with the f pawn and the bishops are crisscrossing it, and the
here's what I think. If he takes,
there.
I think maybe the problem with taking on e5 is that his knight is pinned. And so if we could bring another attacker.
It's pinned to what?
His bishop. After he takes on e5.
Bishop can easily be protected with like a rook EB1 or
yes,
whatever.
But it takes a move, right? So if you can, right? So right now, if he takes, right now he has exactly enough attackers to take e5 if he plays knight c4. Yeah, there's not enough. There's not one we can bring there in time. I don't think.
I still don't think that f6 is a massive concession.
So
in this position, because here's the thing: this bishop is still going to be able to go to h6 and have a great play on. f6 can defend defends the center again, and we still have the bishop pair, and our rooks have easy access to semi-open files. Like, I don't think that's a terrible position to be in. Like.
I don't
Is
know.
that you see what? Is that
We
you
just,
see
we just
what
have
I'm
two
saying?
terrible pieces: the knight and the dark squared bishop.
Well,
The Dark Square Bishop is not terrible. It's got big diagonals to look at. The H6 C1 diagonal is a real diagonal. Like,
okay, but
that's not legit.
it's looking at 4 squares there. I don't know. Anyway,
I mean, 4 squares in front of the king, like
and then
me and our
G7, yeah, G7 and F8 too. Yeah, you're right. Okay, but
Yeah.
anyway, okay, I'm thinking if we can tactically defend our e pawn. Oh,
All right, well, I was gonna say
okay.
if he takes, we take with the rook, and then we're defending our e pawn again.
Yes,
That's true.
He's
That
gonna
was
play
my
knight
that was my
C4.
original thought. I was gonna say if he takes, I think we take with the rook.
Then knight
Oh,
C4.
then he's gonna play knight C5.
Knight C4. We take it though.
C4. We take what?
Take the knight. I think we take the knight. Maybe.
Why don't we play rook C5?
Okay. Yeah, maybe. Should we
Or
take with the
even
rook
rook
right now?
A8.
Should we take with the rook now?
Yeah, let's take the rook. Let's just
I think take with the rook, and then we
Okay,
can look
so-
if he.
Knight
Oh, sorry.
C4. So knight C4.
I think rook C5 is the best move if knight C4.
Rook C5. It's not going to get hit, but bishop A3.
Well, then we just take the knight.
Rook
Yes,
C5.
you're right. You're right. You're right. Rook
Rook
C5. Yeah. So knight C4, rook C5,
I was looking at
D4.
rook C5, and then they play D4.
D4. Then we take rook C5. We're giving up this A file too if we play rook C5.
Yeah.
We could just swap rooks first. No, we don't want to.
No, where that pawn's under attack.
Right. Well, he has to take back the rook, then we could take the knight. But yeah, either way, it gives up the A file. Which I don't
Wait,
know.
are we actually? Is that really defended though? The E5 is still not defended because if knight takes, bishop takes, knight takes, rook takes, bishop takes, queen takes.
Yeah, we lose an exchange
We're down in exchange, aren't we?
for a pawn. Or wait, hold on. No. We would get 2 pieces for an exchange. No, that would be fine. Right?
That's fine.
Right, because we would so let's say rook C5, one knight takes, bishop takes, other knight takes, bishop takes, queen takes. We would take all 3 of those pieces for a bishop and a rook, right?
And a pawn.
And a pawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Which
that
is
would
fair.
be okay.
So then rook C5 is the move.
But what about D4 there?
Then rook takes knight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the knight's. No, yeah, that's right.
So
That's
if rook C5, it just looks weird, so I feel like it needs to be calculated. Rook C5, knight E, they could play like knight E3, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. So knight E3. So then I think they're gonna go for that trade on E5. Let's calculate one line deeper. Just make sure there's no blunder there. So rook C5. Let's say knight C takes E5. Bishop takes E5, rook takes E5, or I'm sorry, knight C takes E5, bishop takes E5, other knight takes E5, rook takes E5, bishop takes E5, queen takes E5. So in that position, what do they have? I mean, they've gotten rid of our dark squared bishop, but is there like a move right there? Is there like they can't play D4? Yeah, they could play no, we took their bishop. So at that point, well, our queen is sitting on E5 in this position, right? Is it vulnerable with all those pieces gone? I don't think so. They would have rook A7 at the end of that line. Queen could go back to C7.
Queen C7.
Queen C7. Okay, yeah, you guys, I'm just double checking. Is that because this is pretty committal?
Okay. But yeah, I think rook C5 is the best move.
Okay, Derek?
Yeah, I was saying good night to the kids. Whatever you said is fine.
Okay, here it goes. I guess they could take bishop first, but it doesn't. I don't think the order of captures matters. Sometimes it does, but I don't think it does in this case, right? Because like either way, we're okay. 93.
Right. Now we have a lot of options, right?
Unfortunately.
F5.
F5. Wow. I don't know. That might be too
F5 is
much.
coming to
F5
mind.
might be too much. That might be doing too much, as the kids say. But
There's also bishop h6. No, it doesn't work. No, can't do it. F5 looks fun.
what about rook d8? F5. So F5. Okay.
F5 or rook d8. Yeah, F5 or rook d8. These are both moves.
Is he gonna play d4? Is d4 a problem? No, maybe. Yeah, he'll probably play d. No, if we play rook d8, we're stopping d4, basically. It would just.
I like rook d8. I actually like rook d8.
Then there's no reason to play f5.
Then we're not playing F5, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we should play. I don't know. Oh,
I think if you want to play f5, you might want to play h6 first. Just because if he plays knight g5 at some point, our bishop's going to be hanging on e6.
Yeah, I'm worried about the rook, though.
Well, then we can just drop the bishop back to d7, whatever.
D7, maybe.
I mean, it's not like you said it's hanging. That's just an attack, is all it is. It's not like it's like.
Yeah, but it's very loose in that whole diagonal as soon as you vacate it.
Well, I mean, like loose is in like it's easily defended. Like.
Yeah, but if you take the bishop off the diagonal, then there's an open diagonal to your king.
An open diagonal for only a queen, and
for only a queen,
and that square is protected by the rook.
And our rook is weirdly on c5, protecting it.
Yeah, I don't.
Yep.
That rook on c5 is scary.
It is, but I think our position is good. F5 might be too much.
You think F5 is too much?
Maybe.
What do you think, Derek? Is F5 too much, or would you do rook d8?
Sorry, what was this? What was the second one?
Rook d8.
Rook d8.
I don't like the rook on c5, especially with the rook on f8.
We could play rook b5.
No, come on.
I would play rook d8 then, of those two options to get those two.
What would you want to do with this rook anyway? You could play rook.
Put it back on a5.
Let's play rook d8. Let's play rook d8.
Rook d8.
Yeah.
We still have. Okay, we have rook a5 in our pocket.
Because we can't play f5 in that line. Because
let's develop.
if there's any chance of us ever moving that knight, then that bishop is going to pin our rooks together, or fork, skewer, whatever it is.
We can now say for sure that we have more developed than white. I think we can say for sure that we're more developed than white. 100%.
Both sides are developed. I think this is a middle game.
But I mean, like, look at what like our pieces can see. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of my.
You're saying we just have better pieces,
more vision, yeah,
more activity.
Yeah,
maybe. We do have the bishop pair. Yes.
I actually think rook a5 is
rook a5 looks promising, actually, right? If he takes the queen coming to
although here's the thing,
especially now, rook a5.
But no, rook a5 it does just lead to knight c4, and we're back exactly where we were before.
We take
the problem.
Then we fix the error we made. I think by putting the rook on c5.
Why is it wrong? Like you guys don't like it. You haven't explained why. Okay.
It can only be attacked.
I mean, it's attacking the c2 square, not like holding that knight down on e3.
It's sort of a
Yeah,
zig
but
knight.
what about
could-
like what if
the only way to protect that pawn is to push it one, and if it does that, then it blocks their own dark square bishop.
well playing d8 helped because before what if he had played d4?
Yeah, that's why we played Rook D8.
Yeah, now it's a little bit safer.
So I sort of agree. My instinctually, I see what you're saying there, but my coach,
Sorry, I was
my
laughing at
sensei-
what Midnight Border wrote.
my sensei told me, you don't play on feelings. You got to be calculated. And as far as I can tell, I don't see our rook as in trouble. Now I could be wrong because it does look weird, but
Yeah, I don't know. I can just only see it getting attacked.
it could get attacked, but I think it's okay. I
It
don't
might-
know. It's
I'm
doing
hoping
a
it's
little
okay.
bit of
I'm
work.
hoping it's okay.
It's doing a bit of work where it's at. I don't know.
D8 helps. Being able to play Rook D8. I was very uncomfortable with the Rook setup before, but
But
so
it
that
would
helps
be
a lot.
nice. It'd be nice if the rooks could ever, if they could ever reunite in their rook brother,
And I don't. Yeah,
brotherhood.
and I'm not seeing a very clear way for them to do it.
or if we could trade one of them. But here's the thing: if Rook A5, Knight C4, it's still a problem. We kind of have to take that knight if we don't want to go back to B5 or C5.
Unless we play
The problem with the
Bishop
rook,
G4, then we can
the
win
prob-
that pawn.
the problem, yeah, win which pawn?
like the D pawn. Like if we were to play Bishop G4 like originally,
Yeah,
I mean everything would have been different. But even if we
Well,
still played it now,
we need to move the rook. Another reason to move the rook is it's blocking our C pawn.
Which is like how we get our knight out to c6. It's true.
Yeah, we want that knight on C6. Okay.
Whoa.
he's blocking our escape.
This is what Derek. This is my nightmare.
That's exactly it.
I mean, wait, but what do you mean? Like, there's still just rook to b5.
He also agrees that it's a weird rook. Yeah, should we play Rook B5 now? No, I don't see it. This is okay. But how's he gonna attack? He's gonna play Bishop B4 next, right?
But if we play rook b5 preemptively, then
Yeah. Make it on Rook
I
B5.
kind of like rook b5.
Rook B5. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Derek.
Rook B5 is, I think, the safest.
Yeah, A5 is not happening. So Rook B5. What's the plan?
Hey, there's also bishop 8. I keep on wanting to push bishop to h6, but it needs to keep defending. That's why I want f6. Whatever.
Rook
Whatever.
B5. Rook B5.
Rook b5. Let's play it. We'll just play it.
And then like C. Our plan is like C5, Knight C6.
C5, C4, Knight C6, whatever. Right? Yeah.
Not C4. That would get taken. But C5,
No,
Knight C6.
it's defended twice.
Knight
Okay, you're
C8, Knight D6.
I like C5, Knight C6 because then we're looking at D4. But you're right, Knight D6 hits E4. You could just play 3 though, and then our knight's kind of dominated again. Redominated.
More dominated than it currently is.
We really,
Actually,
we really just need to improve this knight. Okay.
Okay. Is this all right? What's the danger?
C5.
Our B pawn is pinned. Just FY. Just remember that. So he's gonna play.
What about
Queen B6?
Queen
Not
B6?
reactionary? Yeah, it might be
Queen B6.
reactionary.
Queen B6.
That seems reactionary.
Yeah, but we're like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, it gets it out, and if he moves, I mean, he can't play like rook a1.
Yeah,
He
I
could
like
play
it.
rook a1.
He
could
could,
play
but it
rook
kind of
A1.
kills that attack.
Rook a1, we could play rook b1.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right,
that was
queen
that was my line.
Yeah.
Let's lock queen b6 in.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Will it
I
get
think we got
attacked?
to help
No,
out that.
knight
that
c4.
rook.
No. That
Knight
hangs the
c4, knight
e-pawn.
c4.
Hangs the e-pawn.
Knight
Hangs the-
c4.
Rook,
Oh, it does hang
queen.
the pawn. Yeah.
No, queen. No, it doesn't hang.
Wait,
it
hold
'cause
on,
we're
hold on. Didn't he
attacking
just
the-
give us? Didn't he just give us knight c8? A chance to
doesn't hang the
finally
pawn.
work our knight out.
Knight c8. Yeah, we can
Knight
play
c8
knight,
attacks the rook. That's
knight
true.
c8 with tempo, and then where's it going?
Yes.
To
Yes.
d6.
Knight c8.
But we can't play knight d6.
Anywhere but e7.
Knight c8. Knight c8 is the move.
Yeah, but
It's the move.
my plan was to bring the knight to c6. Okay.
But it's slower. It's slower. This comes with tempo.
Yeah, but where's it? Where do we want the knight? Like if we could
We'll
pick
find
up
out
the knight.
later. Next
No, no,
move.
no.
Next
But if
move.
we could pick up the knight and put it on anywhere, where would it go?
Forward.
F3. No.
F4. It would go to F4, I guess, right?
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
but okay, but like, let's be realistic.
I think that knight hasn't moved in forever, and it has nowhere to go. At least this just gives us an opportunity to develop it anywhere
Yeah,
else,
develop.
anywhere else but
It's
where
how
it
it's
currently
development.
is.
Let's just make it better. Yeah. This
Yeah,
tempo is
to
great.
admit, it's
This
getting
tempo is
better.
great because we even have D6. I think either D6 or B6. Which do we prefer, D6 or B6? I think D6 because it's more central. But
Knight B6.
except that, except
No,
except
but
that
it,
pawn protects.
Yeah, then I think we just
Okay.
move the. I think we just move the knight to
knight
either.
B6. Knight B6 here.
I think so, and he just.
No, because he's gonna take and then take our e pawn. No, wait. I'm sorry. I kept forget the rook is defending it. The rook's defending. it.
Yeah.
That rook. I'm telling you what. That
The
rook.
The rook is on fire.
So
All right,
it's,
what about knight? Okay, we could play knight d6 then. It's the same thing.
and attacks their pawn. They have
And
to.
against
Move,
the independent
they
pawn.
have to
No,
move their knight. Their
That's
knight
independent
has
pawn.
to move back.
So knight d6.
No, it can move their queen.
Takes. Knight d6 takes, and then we have like, and then it's his move. He'll probably play like d3 to defend.
I
his
say knight
pawn.
d6. I say knight d6 attacks their
Okay.
pawn.
It's gonna get dominated again there. It's gonna get dominated by d3. Where's it gonna go after that?
When you say it that way, it sounds kind of sexy.
I guess the rook would have to move again, so the knight could go to b5.
We're comfortable moving that rook. We've done enough, you know. Like
True. All right. Knight d6.
Sure.
96, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
That's better than an e7. So I
All right,
think
I'm gonna
he's given us.
I'm gonna
Yeah, you can pre-move
queen
that,
takes
obviously.
b8.
I think he has helped us there.
I think he helped. I think he just let us develop our knight.
If we could get the knight to c4, then oh wait, we can't. No, it would get taken.
Also, that bishop is gonna
Well,
be,
hold on.
super-
That knight. No, it doesn't have to move. Sorry,
Okay,
so
I
he
wanna
can't
play
move the
rook.
knight because then we do have c4. So does he have to play like d3 here,
Probably d3,
or he could play
D3
queen
yeah.
d3? I don't know
Also,
if that's.
also
Uh,
rook B. I like rook B6.
No, queen d3 would be awful because
Rook-
no, it wouldn't.
rook-
d3.
Yeah,
okay,
sorry.
D3,
that's-
whatever.
Rook,
D3.
rook B6. Rook B6.
Rook b6. Stupid rook.
Rook b6, then he just moves the bishop.
Rook b6. Yeah, rook b6. It'll get
Oh,
skewered. It'll
oh,
get skewered.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, it'll get
that's not good.
skewered. Um,
Dang it.
What about
F5.
what about queen a8?
F5.
Or what about
No.
queen b6 again?
Queen A8. Queen A8 is real. Or Queen B6. Queen B6.
Queen b6. Yeah. Queen
Queen
b6.
B6.
And then if we could get rook b1, that would be ace. Queen b6.
Queen B6.
Okay, if our rook gets attacked, we're gonna lose our e-pawn.
If
What
he gets
about-
attacked by what?
What about rook
If he tr-
c5?
if we tr-
Rook c5 again. Okay, no. All right.
Queen B6.
Queen
Let's just do
b6.
it. Yeah.
Queen b6. Queen b6. Can our rook get attacked?
Well, we can always
what?
play. We can always play rook b1.
Rook B1, then takes, and then our E pawn would be.
Yeah, no, our E pawn is probably gonna drop.
Well, we can't drop it. We'll lose.
What is it getting attacked by? You guys keep on talking. If it gets
It's
attacked,
it's
I
getting
want-
If we trade rooks or something like that in that line, then the rook isn't defending the pawn, and it's only the bishop.
trade rooks in what line? Like how is
Like
that
if we
rook
play Queen
traded?
B6, I don't know.
Okay,
I don't
Queen
know
B6.
what I'm saying.
Fine. Let's just.
I like you guys
we
keep
need
on
to
saying
vote, we need
if
to
it's
move.
attacked, but I literally don't see a single attack on this rook coming up.
We need to
guys
always
just-
we need to always calculate tactics on E5 in general. Like just like make sure like if even if it looks crazy, like he can't take because it just is a very like pivotal.
That's
point
why I argue
in the
F6
position.
is I keep on wanting to play
What
F6
about
here.
Queen
we can release our
C5?
bishop.
F6 is getting more
That-
legit to me now that like some of the pieces have come
F6
off.
is such a legit move
If
here
we could-
because it frees our bishop to go to H6 and actually have a nice
What
diagonal.
about Queen
And our
C5?
Our king can even come up to protect that pawn too for additional protection on the F6 square. And the only thing that's coming in on that diagonal is the queen, but we've got a light square bishop to defend on that diagonal.
Yeah.
I really think F6 is legit.
F6 and then the bishop. You want to bring the bishop to H6 and then to where?
And- well, just own that diagonal. I don't need to do anything with it after it's on H6. It's just there.
It doesn't have a ton of prospects.
I mean, it just cuts through the white.
Wouldn't you
position.
rather bring it to F8 and then around the other side?
That seems like a lot of work. H6 is some prime real estate through the white position.
Yeah, but we could bring it. We could make a battery with our queen. I don't know. Our knight's dominated again, guys. I don't know what it's doing.
It's just like the knight that
We
never
got it
knew.
from all the way from E7 to D6. What are you complaining about? That's an
Where it's
improvement.
just no, how is that enough? It's just as bad as it was
It's-
before.
No, it
It's
is
not
better.
worse.
It is better. 'cause
It's one. It is
actually-
one square up.
No, it's better because it's actually attacking the opponent's side, right? So there's that.
You're right. It's
And it
putting
was-
pressure
was-
on C4. Okay. Move played.
Okay.
So he's defending B1 for that idea of just trying to, not that that's what we were going to do, but,
Or was it Queen C5?
or am I?
Appeals to me. Appeals to me, but I don't know.
What about just bishop H? What about bishop H6 right now?
If we play Queen C5, make the bishop move, then we can play our Rook A5 move.
Which does what?
Gets the open file and gets
So
our
we are
rooks
already
out of.
we're already on the open file.
But
Hold
it's
on,
no,
hold
it's
on,
not
hold on.
open,
Go
it's
back
in
to
front
what
of
you
a
said,
pawn.
Drew. Rook C5.
H6.
Rook C5 here attacks the bishop.
This was
Then,
what I was talking about.
well, no, but and then play bishop H6 on the next move, attacking the knight, which defends the C pawn.
Okay. Yeah.
That's true.
No,
Okay,
but he could move the other knight and then the queen would defend it.
that's true.
And he's gonna play knight C4 looks not possible. Actually, Rook C5 would help stop that. That knight C4 move looks potentially annoying.
What about C5, C4?
C5, knight C. So knight C4 is what I think he wants to play.
Okay, so knight C4 take. With the bishop.
Take
Or with the
then the other knight takes. Then other knight to C4.
Okay, then take with the bishop.
So what about
Yeah.
bishop H6 now then?
Then you double the pawns. Then you have double isolated pawns
Bishop.
in that case.
All right. Bishop H6, knight C4, knight takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, then rook has to move, probably back to C5.
Or do we, or at the end of that line after we kind of trade, then are we able to play B1?
Oh, then they're
Now he doesn't have to trade though if the queen is still there. B1 and then,
Are we looking at C5 as the move? Is this still the C5 line?
sorry, no, I was still looking at like bishop H6 as a line.
Yeah, c5. What is c5 for why?
C5 threatens C4,
C4 is very much under his control.
but it won't. It's wait. It's
By almost all of his pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going back to the bishop h6 because he took his attackers off of the e pawn, so the rook is still covering it.
And if they play the knight back, then we can just finally play F6, like I've been saying all along.
You really want to play that ugly move. I know.
We don't need to do it unless they threaten it again. In which case, we'll just do it.
All right. So what are we thinking then? Rook c5 here. Queens or bishop h6. You guys dismiss my queen c5 move. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Sorry, you said queen c5.
Yeah,
Rook C5,
I don't know about
I like
it.
Rook C5, Bishop H6. That's a good combo.
Rook c5, knight c4.
That's why I'm wondering. That's why I'm.
Let's say knight takes.
Knight takes. Probably have to.
Knight takes. Pawn takes. Now you have double isolated pawns, and we still. So that like that seems good to me.
At the cost of our good light square bishop. Yeah, that might be okay. All right. So rook c5, d4. Is that a move we have to worry about? Yes.
No, we just
because our queen
just
covers
take
it.
Also,
Yeah, we just take it.
Oh, yeah.
Queen covers it.
Yeah, we just take it. Yeah, d4 would help us.
All right,
Quite a
rook
bit.
c5 then, I think.
Oh no.
Oh wait, is that not what you want to do?
Yeah, but our rook is very stuck. Like, where does it want to be? Not there, right? And we're never going to be able to. We're blocking the c pawn again.
Well, that's why I was looking at more of like bishop h6.
We just looked at a line and we haven't refuted the line. All you're saying is you don't like what it looks like.
No, you're right that it doesn't lose the game now, but our rook gets stuck, and it's just very uncoordinated.
It always has a5. It always has
blocking
a5.
This diagonal. It has nowhere to. Okay, it doesn't have a5. The bishop is taking away a5. It only has b5 and c5. Right?
Or
Okay.
b5.
All right. I don't know. Okay. All right. Rook c5.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, it's so ugly. All right.
I don't know. Isn't that where it was just a couple moves ago?
Yep.
Now we could. Okay, but at least the knight has a hope of coming to b5 one day. That's right. Our knight. If he plays knight c4, we're gonna have
but
to trade
that really is scary because that will box in that rook in the middle of the board.
Ugh, I know.
This is like
the rook is a problem. The rook is a problem.
This is like the Aliakin's defense for the rook.
By the way, we've got 8 minutes left.
The rook is a problem. The rook's a problem piece. It's like blocking our queen's coordination of. It's blocking our queen. It's a very bad piece. It's a problem. Yeah, the rook. God, the rook needs to go back to b5. Why did we play this move?
I don't know.
I think, maybe even like bishop h6 is still like the move maybe comes beforehand to open up the diagonal first. I don't know. That was the other thing I was considering was just, the original idea, right? Just bishop h6.
What is this rook doing? At least we're attacking something. Okay. See, this is the move I saw afterwards too.
Can we just fix our mistake and move the bishop? I'm sorry, move the rook back to b5.
Should we? Or should we move our queen c7 and make him
or knight to b5?
No. Self-pinning.
Self-pinning, but then there's still like
our rook is stuck, our knight is pinned. It's just it's all bad.
I wouldn't. I would. That rook is our weakest point now.
Yeah,
I think just cut our losses. I think we just cut our losses, go back there, and trade it.
Okay, let's do it.
Then we can play rook b5 after that. Sorry, not rook. Sorry, I meant knight. I meant knight. Knight b5. Knight b5.
Should we recapture with the knight if he takes here?
I think.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Because then we even have knight
e5 anymore.
Yeah, and then we have knight d4 if he does trade after that.
Yeah. With
Okay.
hilarious comment. All right, he does not want to trade our stupid rook.
Yeah, I want to play bishop h6 here so that our king has the escape square, and so if they can't back rank, and like.
But then e5 hangs. Well, no, it doesn't. You're right.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't because of our dumb rook, right?
I'm okay with bishop h6.
Bishop h6. Okay.
This was the idea we've been.
Because that bishop again, that bishop hasn't moved since we fianchettoed it.
Yeah, well, that's where I wanted to be. Well, bishop, no thoughts of bishop f8.
Bishop f8, no. Because
I don't think so.
many moves to get back to another good diagonal. Like that's a much worse diagonal. In this way, like our king,
But it could one day come to c4 or c5 if it from f8 to c5.
Yeah, but where's that knight gonna go in the meantime? It's gonna take a long time for that to happen because our knight's
stupid knight, stupid.
Yeah, but their knight on d2 is kind of stuck too. No,
keep on going. Oh, it's not a good diagonal.
All right, bishop h6. Bishop h6.
Yeah.
All right, we're playing it.
Their knight on d2 isn't going much anywhere because now it's kind of going to guard. It's only if he moves the rook, but it's kind of guarding b1.
But if he plays check and we play king g7, then our bishop is very much on this diagonal. And at which point, if he ever brings the knight back to f3 to attack e5.
Hear me out. I don't know what he's about to do, but bishop g4. If he didn't move, never mind. That hangs a piece. Do not play that.
You like how he like? I'm so excited. Okay.
But he was blocking, I think, around that idea.
What was that?
He wants to trap our bishop here? What? I don't know.
Okay.
He wants to leave his background. Oh, he wants to bring the knight to f3 and at some point. He wants to bring the knight back to f3 and pressure e5, I'm guessing, and he doesn't want to get back rank mated or something like that.
What if we just play f6?
Now?
Yeah.
We don't need it yet.
But then that allows our king to escape onto a square that doesn't block the bishop.
What about bishop takes e3?
What if we take this knight?
If he takes with the queen, we trade queens.
We trade.
He takes back with the pawn, and then we play rook c5. Attack the bishop, win the pawn.
Nice.
If he takes with the pawn,
which is likely,
then we still play
rook c5.
Then we play king,
and then the bishop is trapped.
Bishop's trapped? Oh. All right.
No, it's not. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's totally
trapped. No. It has a5.
Yeah, then we take it with the rook.
We take it with the rook.
Yeah, that's
All right, let's do it.
Just go for it.
All right.
We don't need to calculate anything.
You sure?
We're the scrubs. We'll calculate.
Oh, there's actually one problem.
It's flawless. It's flawless.
If queen takes the rook to c5, the rook is now pinned by the pinned to the queen, so we can't just take the bishop on c3.
We're gonna trade. If they queen takes, we're gonna
trade. No. What I missed in this line is if we trade queens and then we play rook c5, he has bishop b4.
Bishop b4.
Yeah, that's the move I missed.
So it's still this. Oh, so the knight's hanging.
Yeah, there's the knight's hanging. So I missed.
Wait, no. Actually,
it's like, we don't need to calculate.
No.
Oh no. We take the pawn. We take the pawn, and then their knight is hanging.
Attack the rook.
Yeah.
We still attack their knight. Yeah, this is good.
So
You're right.
Bishop, Say again. So
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So if
queen
they
takes,
take with the queen,
takes.
queen takes, then we play rook c5. I was worried about bishop b4, but then we
Yeah,
take
but
the
then
pawn.
rook just takes
They
the
can
Hitting
take
their
our
knight.
knight, and then their knight is hanging.
Right.
Now E5 is hanging, but then D5 is hanging, but then E3 is hanging. Or sorry,
Okay.
E5 is hanging, but then D3 is hanging. I'm just trying to calculate. It's a really long line.
All right.
There's
We
like a
take
lot.
queen. We take the queen.
Yep.
Take it. Yeah. Rook
Okay.
c5.
Let's
rook
double
C5.
check rook c5.
Okay. Rook
This
c5.
This is the rook. This is the rook of like
My biggest fear
yeah.
of that is bishop b4.
B4, but it's fine.
Bishop b4,
because
rook c2.
Rook
Yeah.
c2, bishop takes knight, rook takes knight, and we just have a better rook set.
And then we're attacking their bishop again in that line.
No, because the bishop is going to take on the d5 pawn.
Oh,
and then we're gonna take the
e5,
E3
e5.
pawn.
Yeah, so he is going to win that pawn
I
back.
think we're better.
But what
I
if
think
rook
we're better.
c5? What if he just moves the knight first? What if rook c5 like knight f3?
Well, then the knight drop. I mean, then the bishop drops.
Yeah. This is forcing. We're forcing.
But is that? But that. Yeah, we can
better
come
for
back and
us.
defend the
We
b
have the
pawn
better
and then
rook.
run the b
We'll have
pawn.
the better rook.
Rook
We'll have the better rook
c5,
in the end.
knight b1. Knights. Then we would play like knight b5.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Right. Yep.
Hold on, no. Rook c5, bishop b4, rook takes pawn. Rook
Bishop
takes bishop. Bishop takes our e pawn. Then he's threatening mate on a8 with the rook.
Well, yeah.
Oh no!
Wait. Hold on. So yeah.
No,
knight-
we can
Oh,
drop the rook. We can
dude.
drop the rook back after
No,
we
we
take the
can't.
knight. After we take the knight
drop it back
No,
to
because
where?
there's the pawn
to
in the
d
way.
to d8.
Because we have to, no, because there's the e3 pawn is still there.
The d3 pawn is still there. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
D3,
you're right. Yeah, you're right. Can we
So-
take that in time?
Rook c5.
We could take it in time.
What if we played? What if
No,
we
we
played,
no.
You're right. I
Rook,
think you're right.
Rook c5. Okay. Rook c5. Bishop b4. Rook c2. Bishop d6. Rook d2. Rook a8 is. No. Yeah. Rook. No, I'm sorry. Bishop e5. Right, is the threat. Bishop e5. Have we taken the knight already? Sorry, I lost track. Rook c5. Sorry, rook c5, bishop b4, rook c2, bishop d6, rook d2, bishop e5. And then he's threatening mate, so we just play like h5.
You're right. We could just play h5.
And then we don't win anything.
No, actually, you know what? We
No.
don't play that.
Oh.
We actually play f5. I
No,
think.
h5 would still get mated if we played h5 because then he plays rook a1 check. We play
Yeah.
king
Rook
h7.
h8, rook
And
And then,
h8.
yeah,
That's why we play f5 instead.
Yeah, or
that's
f5. Yeah, f5.
F5.
F5 takes. Oh, we still have this bishop, right?
Take with the we still have the bishops. Take with the bishop.
this, this is risky.
F5, but there's no mate. But is he gonna come in and like just take all our pawns? That's what.
That's
We're gonna
the
take
other
all their
that's my other
pawns.
thought.
No, but we take all their pawns. Our rook is better than their rook.
Not if
like-
it gets to. Not once it gets to h8, is it? All right,
I mean,
h8 with the bishop cutting through our position here.
it's a critical move. We don't have a lot of time, but it's so critical.
Yeah.
Do we play it safe and just
We
move the
don't
king now to
know.
g7 or
I mean,
something?
I don't think we shouldn't not play this move if it's actually bad, and we don't know it's bad yet. That's the problem.
Right,
I think
but-
I know it's bad
It
though.
could
I
be
think.
right move.
King g7. King g7. King g7. He sort of consolidates.
Yeah.
King g7, bishop b4 is still a problem because our knight has nowhere to go. I guess it. I guess I was thinking it would get pinned, but our knight.
Yeah,
would
it can
be
get
off
out.
the back rank. Our king would be off the back.
What do you
rank.
think? Do we go for this crazy line that I'm pretty sure doesn't work, or do we just?
All right. Why do you think it's all right? So rook c5. Okay, calculate it out till or keep the stepping stone. Right. We have it to bishop
Rook
takes
c5, bishop b4, rook takes c2, bishop
got all
takes
that.
d. Okay.
So so we have the rook. Our rook's on D2. Their bishop's on E5. Their
And it's
rook
our
is still
move.
on A1.
We can play.
We can play F5. F5, rook A1 check, king F7, rook H8.
I think he's going to eat all of our pawns, though. I think he's going to eat our
King
B
E6.
pawn and our H pawn.
King E6. He has to move. He has to defend his bishop. He's going to eat our H pawn and our B pawn.
I
Wait,
think
King
so.
E6.
We're
already
going to
moved
eat
up-
his C pawn and then hopefully his D pawn or his one
Yeah.
of his E pawns.
What if we played F6 first?
Yeah, that's just like calm, but we're not going to.
But we still have a C5 threat. What are they going to play to defend against?
He's going to move his bishop, probably.
I think we got to
D4.
move. What do we want to do? Do we want to go for
right.
glory or just play it safe?
Go for glory, or I guess Seth set the keys here.
My God. All right. What?
I think going for glory might make sense.
Rook
Because-
C5. Play Rook C5. We're scrubs. We're not here to
Let's
play
go for
to
it.
play safe moves. We're here to go for glory.
All right. All right.
This is the line. This is the line.
This is the line where we
Oh.
probably get mated.
We never
Well,
we ever like for sure refuted
It's
it.
been
Or
it's
for sure
been
said
fun
it's good.
playing. It's been a pleasure playing with. This is like the speech right before we blow up the.
Oh, where's my
asset.
Titanic music?
All right. The odds are one in a million, guys. If we make
I can't
it,
pull up my Spotify. The kids are listening to it.
if we don't make it, it's been a pleasure playing.
What?
Oh, okay.
Okay, well he didn't.
Now
Okay,
now we just have knight to B6, right?
Knight B6, knight B6, bishop B4,
Okay, take
take.
C2.
take C2, rook
yeah,
A1.
knight B6. Why don't we have knight B6?
I don't know. Knight B6.
Knight
We're
B6.
pretty low on
Yeah,
time.
just go with it. Yeah, go with knight
Is
B6.
it
Yeah, we
the
got
knight
to.
I don't see a blunder here.
Yeah.
Famous last words, but
Oh, D4.
D4, we taking it.
Okay.
Oh, is our rook trapped? No. Oh my god. It's close.
No. It's very
No,
close.
it's
but
not.
C4.
D4 we
We
play.
have C4 if they play D4.
Yeah, we play C4 and then we can play, or we can take and then play
D4,
C4.
we can just take the bishop.
Yeah.
We get 2 pieces
Oh.
for this terrible, terrible rook.
Oh, that's also true. Ah, it's been terrible, but it's been defending a lot of key squares.
It's
so-
true. It's a weird rook. You're right. But it's just a
It's been useful.
It's
been
a
the focal
perilous-
point-
it's a
been the focal
perilous
point of the whole game, right?
Hold
Like,
on.
it's
So
been-
so if he
it hasn't been terrible.
if he plays
it's an
D4,
endangered rook.
we take the pawn.
Mhm.
They take the pawn, and then
Then
we
we
just
take
play?
the bishop.
Do we take the bishop, or do we just play Do we play rook C4?
No, we take that bishop. 2 pieces for a rook. We have to have principles here.
That rook has been on death's door for a long time. But
Yeah,
I'm
we
worried.
get-
I'm worried that we won't be able to protect like those B pawns.
Maybe, but we have a light square bishop still, and a
Yeah,
knight.
we do have the. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
If they
but
can
we-
get back in
but
time.
that lightsaber bishop is not going to be able to protect that the pawn.
No,
But
no, no,
knight-
no.
knight can
no,
go
no,
to
no.
D6.
Knight can go right
Knight-
back to B5 after if we were to take the bishop, take it with the knight, and then drop it right back to B5. The rook can't get to A7 to take the pawn.
Mm-hmm. And
Honestly,
even if it could, we have knight D6.
honestly, if we have a chance in this game, I really want to play King F8.
King F. Yeah, we
Like,
got
King
to.
F8. King F8 is a solid move right now. If
Yeah,
we can
yeah,
get it
yeah.
in there.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
I have to go to the
it's a
bathroom so bad, but I
really-
don't want to leave.
We're transitioning to an end game with 134 on our clock. You know,
I
classic.
really want to play King F8 if we can.
Yeah,
Like,
at some
really
point,
bad.
Yeah, for
one
sure,
one
for
minute on our clock. 3 scrubs arguing over every position versus a 2100
sure. 1 minute on their clock.
with
I think
27
I think-
minutes left. I don't
I
see
think
how
the
this could
engine-
end badly for us.
This is the
I
movie
think the-
poster.
I think the engine. Wow. Okay. Wait.
Can we take? Why can't we
we take-
take?
take the
Is this a
pawn?
trap?
What's the trap? What's the trap?
It's a trap. Wait,
We
is
take
it the same?
it's- It's hitting the bishop.
Rook takes
If we
the
take-
pawn. He
Okay,
takes
we'll
the he
take-
takes the pawn. Then it's mate.
It's just pawn for a pawn.
It's
No.
the mating pattern again. No, we can
Mating.
we can push f6.
Also, we have a check.
Yeah, what if we F6 right now? What if we just F6 right now?
F6? Okay, I'm
Hold
with
on.
it.
Hold,
I'm with- oh,
then he can play c4.
C4. Uh-huh.
And then our rook is legitimately trapped.
Six of rook's terrible. That's true.
C4. The knight moves. Then
I think we got to take the
B4.
pawn.
No, our knight would move, and then we would have B5.
No, our rook is trapped if they
After
play
C4, knight moves, and then you're right. No. Yeah. All
yeah,
right,
I think we got to take it.
We're gonna get mated though. We're gonna get mated.
No, because we have F5.
Okay.
We have
Yeah,
F5.
yeah. I think we
Alright.
can play it 21 seconds. Yeah, we got to play f5 or king f8.
King F8. Yeah. King F8. But then Rook A1, and he's gonna take our pawns.
Oh, what if he
Yeah.
checks first though? Shoot. Nope. Okay, F5.
F5
Yep.
or King F8.
Sorry,
King
you
F8.
mean you mean f6
F5.
or
No, F5. F6 just hangs a pawn.
King
F5.
oh yeah.
King F8. King F8.
F5, dude, all day.
Why is it better than King F8? Okay.
Because it lets our bishop actually
It blocks in our bishop.
because there's a check because there's some checks with that bishop which are actually there aren't.
All right,
Okay.
I have to move.
Ooh, I actually just
Yeah.
decided I liked King F8 better, right? As you decided to go with my F5 thought.
All right, get ready to play king f7 if he plays check.
Yeah, I'm ready. So only legal move. I'll play that in 1 second. But I think King F8 was good. I don't know. It's okay.
King F8 was better. I think
King F8, yeah,
was
because King
better.
F8, then check, then King E7. Then if he comes over, we have H5.
That's what I thought we had a way out that way, but I wasn't.
And
I
then
couldn't calculate it.
the bishop and pawn on the bishop on E6 and the pawn on F7 would have been like a nice construction there.
Mhm.
Oh snap!
But
What about we had weird move bishop a2 in that last.
we did have bishop A2.
That would have been really weird. I don't know if that works, but it was just a weird.
That
I
looks
don't
good to
think I like
me.
it. I'm
What?
not sure if I like it, but
What? Followed by rook check and take their knight.
Oh, damn,
Oh
this
snap!
is
I didn't even
weird.
see that.
Well, I mean, they've got it
No,
in
because
the
they
game.
would take our bishop in that line.
No, we would take. I guess we.
Yeah,
could
we
take
take-
with the
we take their
bishop.
knight,
We could
then they
take
take
with
the
the
bishop.
bishop. But we would take with the bishop, then we get mated, right?
Yeah, then there's that mate threat.
We get
There's
mated. Then
that was tricky.
There was always the main.
It's still there. If he doesn't play it, it's still there. The problem he's worried about this check because if he comes in and to take
Hold
our
on,
pawn,
no.
we're gonna play check and take his knight. So he can't just immediately go after our pawns. He has to save his knight first.
Also,
Who's
if he
better in
does
this
something different,
position?
we might still have that because the mate threat isn't there because we have the escape square.
That's what
Is
I'm
it just-
saying.
Okay,
Does it work? Does it work here?
Jakes.
Bishop. What about bishop A,
Hold on.
A2?
Bishop a2 blocks that. Then we hit him
Right,
with the
that
check,
pawn is super
and then we
scary,
hit him with
though.
knight to no, that doesn't.
Bishop
work.
A2, king H2.
You guys realize we're letting that pawn come through if you do it that way.
All right, just
Yeah,
take
just
this
take the
with
pawn. Take the
bishop.
pawn. Take. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I was
Yeah,
trying to
take
get.
the pawn,
I was
take the
trying to do
pawn.
something cool. I was trying to do something cool. Leave me alone.
I,
All right,
no,
we
I
can still-
respect that, but
Bishop
yeah.
E6. We can still bring.
Yeah, bring it back. That same threat still exists.
Yep.
All right, he's got the passer, the E pawn. We have the B pawn. If we can ever get that moving,
Whose
unlikely.
position is better right now? I think ours, right? Development, right? We have the knight on the.
We have the better. Somehow, after all this, our knight stands better. Although now
rook-
we might
or rook.
trade it. What
Isn't
about-
that? Hold on. What about the D pawn?
What about knight C3? The
That
D
hangs
pawn.
our rook.
Oh, our rook is hanging.
Yeah. What about
Okay,
what about rook D2?
Rook A2.
Rook A2.
Rook A2.
Okay.
No, wait, because then knight takes and we have the doubled pawns. Oh.
Why don't we just take the knight?
No.
I don't know.
I kind of want to, but then the problem is that we do have the hanging pawn on b7, which is a problem. Like, I don't know how to defend that b7 pawn. Ugh.
Takes rook.
The b7 problem.
I got it. You check and then rook b1.
Okay,
Rook
the check
c1,
works.
the rook
Yep.
b1.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
That'll work.
Should we do
take
that?
it. Yep.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, check. And come around. Actually, do you want to go for the center pawns, or do you want to attack the center pawns instead and stay active on their pieces, keeping our rook in a better position?
Yeah, it's
By
opposite,
going to
opposite
T1?
color bishop. So we have this weird situation where whichever pawn's ours
Is this a
attacks.
draw? Is this going to be like a theoretical draw?
Well, there's still rooks on the board. Okay. Now,
All right, B1 or D1? I think B1. B1
yeah, because if D1, he just plays D4.
or king defends, which is fine too. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
B1.
Rook B1. Well, he's not attacking it yet. We could activate our king.
Activate the king. Yep. F7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then if rook A7, we'll play rook B1.
Yep.
And then
I
we
don't
want
think
to
he's gonna
we
play
want to
rook
run the
A7.
B pawn. We want to run the B pawn.
Yeah.
Oh,
If he,
he's gonna play. Yeah. Oh, luckily we're covering B3. This bishop is.
ooh, that's pretty lucky. Yeah, you're right.
No, it wasn't lucky. I mean, I think we saw that.
The B pawn is our counterplay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So now he's coming after our H pawn.
But it's not
Yeah.
a threat. We can just play H5. So let's go after.
But then he would come after the. Okay. Well. Okay. Yeah. But then check. Still check, and he would take the B pawn. So should we protect against that now with rook B1, or should we play B5? B5, he can attack the C pawn.
But
B5 though, just get the thing going.
I think you got it. B5. We're down to 47 seconds.
B5, he's gonna get behind it though.
B5, there's also just the immediate check of a rook to A7.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, let's play rook B1. Safeguard a bit. If he comes
Okay.
around, then
Yep.
He can still get behind it though.
he can still get behind it. It's true, but he can't take it. Okay, so
Okay.
H5.
H5, yep.
We're creating some weaknesses, but I don't think we have a choice.
Nope.
Oh, he's still gonna check us,
Okay.
and our king's gonna be.
Hold
pushed
on.
back.
H5. He checks. We play king to
King
E8,
or
and then
king
we can
G8.
we can swing the bishop to F7 to kind of protect the G pawn, get the king up to E7.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Does that make
All right,
sense?
H5. Yeah. So check king E8, and
H5
then
was going to happen
Yeah.
either way, anyways.
yeah. So our king's gonna go, but he's gonna have the active king here. So
Kind of, but the king has to protect a lot of stuff back there, so it's not like he can.
that's
just, like,
true.
it's not like he can just go do like be active. Like he's
This is
got
yeah. I
he's
mean,
got
it's
a lot of responsibility.
it's probably a draw. White's probably a little bit better with the king activity, but
Yeah,
I
the
don't
king.
know that king is super responsible. Yeah, E8,
Yeah, king
right?
E8. Yeah.
also we have all our pawns on light squares and a light square bishop. So his bishop just runs wherever it wants. He also has all his pawns on light squares. So like little positional things favor him, but I'm guessing this should still be a draw.
But the rook activity, I think, is still better for us in a way.
Okay, they're both. His rook is keeping our king at
His
bay.
rook is very sort of like now kind of cooped up. Like we can even play bishop. Yeah, bishop F7.
That's the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's the plan.
Oh
That
my
was
God.
Derek saw that. Although we probably would have stumbled ass backwards into it, but Derek did a nice job of actually
Yeah,
noticing
bishop
it.
F7, so sick, so great. Like, yeah, okay.
We're not
Okay.
getting mated. I hope.
No.
Aren't we
Basil's
constantly in danger of getting mated?
He could just go for a draw here right now if you wanted.
Can he? We haven't drawn yet.
Our repetition.
That'd be new.
Repetition, right?
I don't see it. No.
Rook H8, Rook H7, Rook H8, Rook H7.
We could block one of those checks with Bishop F7.
Well, that would mean putting our king back further, and we want to stay protecting.
No, if you played Rook H8, we play King E7. Then if he plays Rook H7, we can play Bishop F7.
We're gonna play E7 on an H8 check. Okay.
Yes, right. Yes, to keep, and then we would play Bishop E6, unpinning and hitting his bishop. Now this is kind of how I lose a lot of games, probably. So I don't know, but
honestly,
the plan is to promote that's our counterplay is the B pawn, but
It's only got the entire board to go.
we recognize. Oh, okay.
What's that about?
It's taking away East King. We can't bring our king to E7.
Oh, so this would force the draw, maybe.
No.
I think
no. If he checks, if we play Bishop F7, we're gonna lose that bishop.
Yeah, I think we push the B pawn now.
But then Rook C7.
Then Rook C8.
Then Bishop D7. Oh.
C1.
Okay.
Or Bishop D7. Yeah.
B pawn. Our king is.
D5, baby.
What about like King D?
Check.
What about
the Rook E7 check? Is that a problem? Oh, that just yeah, that's a problem.
Is it?
Yeah, that just wins a bishop.
It does win a bishop. Let's move our bishop.
God.
What about Bishop D7?
I don't. Yeah, why does Bishop F7 lose the bishop?
Bishop F7 check, King D7, then they pin it and win. No, okay.
No, then we get to E7. Then we get to E6.
You're right.
And then I think we run.
I think we trade.
No, we just ignore it and push the B pawn.
No, ignore it. Push the B pawn.
Okay. All right. Or could we bring our king up? No, we can't bring our king up.
No, don't move. You can't move the king.
Counterplay. We're trying to get that counterplay.
Oh, dude, we can even look at these fancy moves like Rook D1, force the king over to protect, and then Rook H1 to attack the H3 pawn.
Say again? I didn't follow
Rook
that.
D1, King E2, and then Rook H1.
Yeah, or Rook H1, then Rook D1.
Whichever. I mean,
what about Rook H1?
Rook H1?
Or B5 or B4.
B4 or Rook H1? What do you think, Derek?
I like B4.
I think B4. Get that pawn going, then we can move the rook over.
I don't. What about preventing the king from getting involved? Can we stop the king from like getting into D4?
We could give it.
Could we play some C4 biz now?
He's C4, he wants to like bring his king down and mate us.
C5.
C5.
Yeah.
Why? For what purpose?
C5 prevents the king from infiltrating.
But he can go the other way.
What other way?
F4.
I think we just push it for now. Get 6 seconds. You gotta make a move. 5 seconds. Make a move.
4. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, if we play C5, he just brings the king to F4 and he gets in that way.
But gets into what? Like, okay.
To E5 and all the same squares he had access to before.
But it doesn't stop our pawn progression on the B and C file, which is the main threat right now. See, now this is what I was worried about.
Rook C1. Rook C1.
Rook C1, I guess. Like, yeah, Rook C1.
He's gonna check us.
How?
No, he's not. Rook C1, then we play King D, then we play King D7. And then we have a check with the pawn.
Is he gonna bring his king in and mate us?
Probably.
Into where? And how?
Into like D6.
Oh shoot. Okay. Oh no. Okay. This is new problem.
I asked that earlier. Did you not hear me? All right. All right. We need to make some.
Okay, no,
air.
bishop.
We need to
What
move
about
this bishop or something.
Bishop G8. Bishop G8. No.
Bishop G8, Rook H8. I don't.
No, Bishop G8, Rook check.
How about just like? How about we just move the bishop to like across the board to like A2, and then we just get ready to run. No, we can't run. We have nowhere to fucking. Sorry.
12,
11.
We are in a
10.
pickle.
Bishop G8's the best I see right now.
No. We need to.
No, move. You got to move something. Move something. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Move something. Move something.
No, Bishop G. Okay, we needed to bring. We needed a plan to bring the rook around. We should have played rook F1.
No, no. Hold on.
There's no way out here, really. We're gonna have to play like King F8.
Oh, jeez.
What? What do we do? Take that?
Take king,
take
then
it.
king F7.
Perfect time.
Yeah, King F7. We're coming up.
Yeah, this is good actually. I think.
No, it's not.
It's not great.
No, he
but...
still has like the same mating.
No. We're gonna bring the
because
king
their
out.
king escapes if the rook takes. We can just
Then he's
escape out
gonna-
of the backpack.
King F5.
No, what about? All right, he
Okay,
cut his
then
bishop
rook
off.
check.
What if
Then
we just
rook
play?
check.
What if we play B3? Just keep pushing that pawn.
Right.
Well, that's the other side of this, yeah.
Yeah. B3. Are we not gonna get mated? B3, King E6.
No, because our bishop's covering. Oh,
Oh yeah.
no, because
he
we have
can't
discovered
play.
check.
No, he can't play King E6. It's illegal. Oh, okay. He's still trying to mate us.
Push
That's
the
very,
pawn.
All right.
very rude.
All right.
No, it's mate.
King F8. King F8. King F8.
King F8.
Yeah. So we can protect the bishop, which blocks the check from the rook on H8.
Derek.
Do
You
it.
said B3.
King F8.
Could we play B3 though?
Yeah, is there anything wrong with playing B3?
It's mate.
All right.
How is it mate?
It's not
No,
mate.
It's not mate. We had king F7.
But even if we get to B3, we can't get to B2. We need to. Why don't we bring this rook around and defend? I don't know.
Because it's protecting the C pawn right now.
I know it's protecting the C pawn, but what if we threaten the bishop and then what?
The bishop.
We
I think we
play
push-
rook F1. Dang it. Dang you, clock. All right. Yeah, keep thinking. I'm think out loud. Is bishop E7 a problem? Okay. Should we play king like F7 or something?
I like King F7. Yeah.
Yeah, king F7 because that bishop is blocking the B pawn from getting to B2. And he's still going to be. I don't know how we're going to get that pawn passed at this point.
He's got some passed pawns now.
Yeah.
I think he's transitioned to the win with the pawns. All right.
Which one?
Push it, or I could bring our bishop back.
Bring our bishop back first. That's true. Yep. Perfect.
Oh, that was a blunder.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't go there. Attack the rook. Attack the rook.
Attack the rook. Okay.
Oh, I guess it wasn't a blunder.
Well, we'll see. It might be still. Yeah, still a blunder. Still.
Yeah, it's over.
Oh, that's a shame. Dang it. That was a well fought game. Let's keep on pushing, I guess. I don't know.
The clock. The clock.
Oh no, my soundboard isn't working.
Oh no. Oh, that was frustrating. It was such a quick. It was our fastest move too, wasn't it?
Oh, that's me.
There's
Yeah.
a win.
Yeah, no, I saw mate coming. I was trying to pull up my soundboard.
Yeah. I guess I should have gone to H6 if I wanted to avoid mate there, but
Man.
no, it's still mate. No, yeah, no, that would have been okay. I don't know. Whatever.
Man, that was good. That was good. I think we can be
That was
happy
a
about
close
that.
game. That
Yeah.
was a super good game.
This is the clock is it's not fair. It's not fair you have to play this game with the clock.
Man, that was good. Is Kush back yet? Are you in here?
I don't know. I mean, it was good. It just sucks that it gets ruined by the clock like that. You know?
Yeah, that was.
But yeah, I mean, it was a good game. It was a good game.
That was a good game. That was probably the best we've played.
It was, yeah, tough. Yeah, bring Kush back in. I mean, he played good. We were never like just. It's not like we were winning or anything.
Yeah, I could see it. It was pretty even. It was. We were only winning in the sense that we shouldn't have been that close. Like,
I think that we were definitely throwing.
You guys think people think you were winning? I think if you played B3, instead of like King F8, instead of King F8.
Which one?
I don't.
Oh, yeah.
How is that winning though?
yeah, where's Kush? Are you back?
You guys hear me or no?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah, I can barely hear you. You're kind of quiet.
Yeah, you're a little quiet. It was just there just wasn't enough time to think of all these ideas you guys are throwing at us.
Yeah. Are you there, Kush? Well, he was there for a second. I heard him, but he was just quiet. Yeah, that one was.
That was probably one of the most like just sort of like.
I think it was probably pretty even right up until that last blunder.
You guys
maybe a couple moves before.
You guys never played Rook C5? We played Rook C5 like 5 times. I don't know what you're talking about.
More Rook C5.
Like 5 times.
More cowbell. More Rook C5.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
All right. Dang, sorry. That's all right, Kush. We heard you briefly there. You were like a little faint, but yeah, but now we don't. Huh. That's weird. Well, it was a good game, Kush. It was very hard fought. We sort of crumbled under the time pressure here at the end. But
if you want to like leave the Zoom call and come back or something, try that. Because we definitely love to hear your thoughts. And obviously you don't want to have to try to type out all of your thoughts on a complete analysis.
We want a shirt that says
work.
We want a shirt that says Rook C5 double X clan.
He's out. Hopefully he joins. And Derek's left. Okay.
Derek's going to the bathroom, I believe is the word there.
He's back. Say something, Kush.
Oh, why isn't this working?
We hear you.
We hear you.
Can? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what was wrong. I just did what one of you said to leave and come back.
Yeah.
Turn it off, turn it back on. It works 90% of the time, right?
So yeah. So anyway, good game.
Yeah, no, I thought I thought I was a little bit better for a lot of it, but then I don't know. I just started slipping. I felt like I don't know what I did wrong either. Honestly,
it seemed kind of back and forth. Yeah, I think it was a very unclear game.
Yeah, I never felt like I was winning.
Yeah.
We actually, Chad seemed to think that we had a chance of winning right at the end.
In the end game,
pushing that past pawn maybe faster.
I don't believe it. I think it was drawn. I unfortunately saw the review. I didn't mean to do that. But
I assumed that I at least would have a draw because of your weak king. So I wasn't too worried. Maybe I misevaluated. So I thought like I have relatively risk-free push.
Yeah. So you can see I'm just clicking through it a little bit if there's something. Your opening definitely was very we were not sure what you did a
Yeah.
good job. You did a good job of making us burn a lot of time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that B4 business. Like, hold
Yeah,
on.
B4 is I've played a lot of Rasta Limos. I've never seen B4, but
So I'll be honest. So like I'm mostly a D4 player, but I've been trying to learn E4. So I was
uh-huh.
like, this is a good time to
Yeah,
practice. And then
yeah, when playing Scrubs, yeah.
uh, but when you played E5, I was like, what do I have in my theory here? And I was like, I don't completely remember, but I remembered Fisher won this really nice game with B4. So I was
Nice.
like, I'm not sure if it was exactly here, but I wanted to try it. I thought it was very
Fisher
interesting.
approved. Yeah, interesting. That is interesting. I thought Fisher usually played classical, like open Sicilian.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I just remember it
But
showed
if
up.
he has a game in it, then nice. Yeah.
I don't know if it was this exact position though, but it was
Right.
something similar. So I thought it was worth trying.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see
So
what was wrong with it either. This sacking.
it does right. We figured, yeah, you're trying to like pry us off of D4, I guess, a little, but
And also just get like accelerated development.
yeah.
But it's weird though, because it doesn't accelerate development. Like, I mean, it hinders your knight, for instance, right? Like by having a pawn on B4, we're hindering your knight from the good squares.
No, but I get it because it accelerates his development because he's developing the bishop while and we're taking a move to take his pawn, right?
Yeah, and also it's I mean it can sometimes be a drawback, like what Nordovic said with the pawn on B4 can be annoying for me,
Yeah.
but I thought you can't really hold on to the pawn on B4 unless you like the only way you would be up a pawn is if you take A3, at least in my head. I assume if you try like C5 or A5 or something, it's too.
There was
pawn
talk.
is behind.
Yeah,
That was
was
our longest think. That was our longest think, was the queen, whether we were going to play some queen D6 or queen C7 or A5.
right. I thought like C5 is the type of move you play and then you and you just look at your position at the end. It's like, what happened? You just get like run over, like 'cause
Yeah,
you just took too long to develop.
yeah, that's so I thought like if you have to take on A3, then I don't have to, I'm not even hindered in development. I should have compensation, I thought. I was
Mhm.
actually considering after A3, if you play B3, give up the pawn back that way.
I thought I was the problem is if we so like I guess if I knew you were gonna if you're gonna play B4, I think I would probably have played B takes C6 instead of D takes C6.
Mhm.
Then well actually no, then it's still then it's like we take and just play like D5 probably.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's hard
yeah,
to
but
get there.
I don't know. I think maybe it gets you a little bit, but I think development's fairly equal. We sort of also got the free developing move when you took on C6, right? Opens our bishop. So
Yeah, I mean, I also thought I have to take C6 because maybe I'm wrong on this, but I remember that usually if you let black get 97 in, then like my bishop on D5 is a little strange. Like you can get castle D6 and I can never damage the pawn structure. So
yeah. No, that's exactly the
That was the worst night of all time.
yeah, but that's exactly so Kush, I think this might be something that I'm just a little more familiar with. That's exactly the idea is if we ever get 97 and then it's sort of like you can like I don't know, it's still
I don't think I'm
theoretical.
exactly worse just because
No.
chess is weird that way. But
Yeah.
I don't.
It's
I don't know. I feel
playable
like
for
you're kind of
white.
simple there.
It's totally playable for white, but it never really bothers me. Your bishop on B5 seems sort of out of play. Those are like the types of positions I like to play actually, where I get the knight to E7, and then white ends up just leaving its bishop on b5 for the majority of the game. And then you end up playing like h6, f5, and you you lock the center and just plow the king side.
Even if you don't like try to attack, the bishop on b5 could lose tempo like with a6, b5 even. But yeah, I like the h6, f5 plan. So I thought I don't know. I thought the opening went not exactly like amazing, but like as well as I could hope for, pretty much.
Right. So at this point, we spent 7 minutes on knight e7 here. Yeah, I'll move 8. Not ideal.
Time I think was our biggest problem in this game. Honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely kind of won just because of the time pressure.
I think we could have at least held it closer, and then we obviously just we blundered in that time pressure.
Yeah,
I think it was a draw in the end.
It was definitely a draw at some point. I don't know. Like first, it started getting like harder and harder to hold for you, and I don't think I would have held that with a minute left. To be honest, it's just
right. Those mate threats got kind of sketchy.
Yeah, we were calculating all your different mate threats.
We'll get there. Right.
We shouldn't have let that king just march up the board. So
let's focus.
All right. So I mean, I don't know anything to say. Okay, now here's another moment where we took a lot of time. We know we were just like, we knew the knight wanted to come to c4. I don't know, somehow we've have this sort of awkward e5 pawn to defend here, and so it's like,
I mean, so I kind of was relatively happy with the opening because I have the a file, so I have like a little bit more, I guess, space in a sense, like freedom with my pieces. That's what I was thinking at least. But
yeah, interesting.
But yeah, when a5, like, I don't think it's a bad move, but it caught me off guard for whatever reason.
I actually was pretty happy with a5, to be honest. I thought
it honestly might be the best move. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, actually, I want to see the database. I want to go back a bit. I want to see where we. I guess b4 was already pretty taking us into pretty.
Yeah, b4 is gonna break for most games ever.
b4, there's only 4 games according to chess.com. At b4, a3. Then in this position, there's.
There must be a transposition or something.
Yeah, in this position, there's 5 different moves that have been tried. So
including
I don't know.
97.
Yeah. So
which white one? But that doesn't. Whatever.
All right, and now we're out of it. Okay, I just wanted to see that.
It
Sorry.
comes back.
Did it just transpose? But it came back.
Did it came back?
Came back. Yeah.
Here, the move is knight g5. Knight g5.
And then it goes away, then it comes back.
We should have thought. Yeah, knight g5. A lot of times you want to play h6 just to stop knight g5 so they can't take your light square bishop. But okay.
I'm trying to find that game. But okay, well, I misremembered. Apparently, you're supposed to play b4 before taking c6, and then it's an actual gambit. Apparently, my move order was not correct. I haven't checked with the engine according to the database on WeChat, but so I misremembered apparently, which I'm not too surprised I did. But I don't see that Fisher game. I don't know.
Yeah, b4. I think if we're looking at the engine, the very weak engine, it says like minus 0.4.
Yeah, I don't think it's that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because so is white in the Rosalino. From my understanding, you want to play for f4 or b4 depending on the situation.
Yeah.
It's just in this case, I'm like, I'm not gonna prepare it at all. It's just, but
yeah.
Good night, Chess
but
Latte.
it's still like a relatively normal break, at least. Even though like without preparing it, it's not. So I'd be surprised if it was outright just terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's okay, Dirk. I appreciate it, knowing that we were even up until we got in time trouble.
A5, and then this rook c5 is now a meme.
This
in the chat.
rook became the most like entertaining rook of all time.
All right, last week the lesson from the scrubs was always sacrifice your queen, and now it's always play rook c5.
Always play
rook c5 as many times as you can in one game. In the middle game, not the end game.
Oh man.
Rook C5 exclam pumpkin the cat says.
Rook
Yeah, I
C5,
can't
Rook
find that
C4,
game. I was thinking of maybe I'll.
Oh, dang. Yeah. If you find it, I'd like to.
Rook C5, Rook B5, Rook C5, Rook B5, Rook C5. Doesn't matter. Which
Yeah, like the thing was, I felt like your rook's kind of awkward. I thought I should have something. I couldn't find anything.
But you know what? We were the same, and we're like, you know what? We don't see it, so we're going for it.
You know, you gotta play quick. You gotta play interesting
I kept-
games, trying to keep you on your feet.
I
We
kept
knew
on
you hadn't seen
telling-
Rook C5 played, so we wanted to do it.
I kept on telling Derek and Seth, like, they're like, well, it just feels wrong. I'm like, but I haven't seen a single line that was ever
it's not.
refuting this.
Somebody in chat said it's only wrong because literally every white piece can attack it, and it's not defended.
But that was the thing. It wasn't literally every right piece. There really weren't that many pieces that could.
It was really
attack
the
it.
dark star bishop, but like I couldn't find like.
That's the best way to do it. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing. It's like then you can always have Rook B5. Like if you attack with the dark star bishop.
Yeah,
there's Rook
so
B5.
actually instead of a bishop c3, which is what I played, I was considering c4 instead. But I thought just rook a5 back, and I don't know if I want my pawn on c4. Like
Yeah,
later.
my problem with it was that it was blocking our C pawn. That's yeah.
It's just like it's just kind of random. It's like randomly there. Like a
I
piece
know,
on
it does-
c5, you'd expect a knight or a bishop
Yeah.
or a pawn, even a queen. But why a rook?
That's why it was so weird because I was like, how did it even get there?
Well,
It
we
was
had to do
actually-
so. It had to go somewhere.
And what's weird is that it was actually useful because it was actually protecting our e pawn, which was a critical.
Yeah, that was
It
also
did, yeah,
annoying.
it did come back to help us
Well,
to a
that's
certain
why
extent.
it's there. That's the only reason it's there. is
We're just so
because
advanced. We thought that far ahead.
I think B5 might have been a better square for it, but
Don't worry, we put it on there eventually.
Put it in B5 plenty of time.
Oh,
I think
thought if you
rook-
played
but I
rook
think- I
c5,
think-
I played bishop c3, and I thought maybe
Bishop
I-
C3.
yeah, I thought maybe something similar to the game, but with like maybe I just get the A file. Maybe. I
Maybe.
overestimated this.
But I was thinking, yeah, my plan was just like C5 and then knight C6 or something.
Yeah,
Although
that's-
you can't do it here, obviously.
so yeah,
I
the
don't
rook
know.
on b5 is loose to some knight takes e5 probably.
Oh, right. Yes, there's the discovery there from the queen. So maybe C5 is a better. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. I'm wondering if we should have taken. Would queen takes here have made more sense? No.
What was I planning? It wasn't the immediate knight c4 if I recall correctly.
You weren't gonna play.
I think it was bishop.
Knight C4 is gonna win our e pawn though, isn't it?
It is.
I
gonna
thought
be-
knight. Maybe I misevaluated, but I thought knight c4, queen b4,
Knight
double
C4.
attack. And it's a little uncomfortable because there's bishop c4 ideas in the air to win b2. So like knight c4 or maybe queen b4, queen b5, something like that. And I thought if like rook eb1, then rook takes a1.
Yeah, knight C4, queen B4. Yeah.
or B5 even. Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah,
matter.
one of those squares, and then I have to deal with like
Yeah,
rook
that's so
takes
true.
a1, bishop takes c4, queen takes b2 ideas. Maybe
Nice.
it worked out for me, but it didn't. Look
Yeah.
But then we wouldn't have. But then you don't like the advantage of this line, or the disadvantage of this line is we didn't have our steady rook protecting the e pawn. So
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Like, what a weird defender. Like, oh, because then we kept on thinking that e pawn was hanging in so many lines. We're like, nope, the rook has it. Like,
Yeah, I know. That happened to me too. I'm like, yes, now he can't make this move because the rooks or the e pawn is hanging. I'm like, wait, no, the rook's defending. I'm like, why is this rook doing something?
Why is this rook actually functioning? Hold on.
This rook, why? Yeah.
Like this is such a random square, but I mean, it's not even like that random, but it was still like it felt awkward. I was like, why is it doing stuff?
That's funny. Yeah.
How is it effective?
Yeah. So let's continue a little here.
Maybe rook
And
a7 was a little
a little early.
Yeah, I didn't really
Yeah.
like that move at all because it really gave us a tempo with our knight.
that's
Yeah, I thought it
Also, I
helped us
thought
kind of
maybe
fix our
queen
night.
and after I played it. Like
Yeah.
might be annoying. I kind of disliked rook a7 after I played it. I just kind of I missed knight c8 completely, first of all, but I also missed queen b6 as an idea.
It's funny. It's funny because you missed knight c8 and like so I could miss it too. But we had like before been planning on a situation like, are we gonna have to play knight c8 to get this knight back? You know, like
And then you did it for us.
Yeah,
and then we're like, oh, we can do it now. Yeah. So
yeah, I mean, it's a good move. I mean, it makes sense. It just didn't occur to me at
I
all.
actually kind of wanted queen b6 here. They overruled me a bit,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I think they both make sense. I
Yeah.
like queen b6 a little more, maybe, but
Really?
I don't know. It might be just preference, but I mean,
Just
you
because-
kind of like friend rook b1, right?
I just wanted to get that knight moving. Just
I
doing
know
something.
you did, and it made sense, but I really wanted the knight to come to c6 at some point. That's how I wanted to save it because my
Mhm.
problem was what happened in the game was when it comes to d6, you play d3, and it's dominated again just on a new square.
Yeah, that's
Now-
that's what I also felt. I'm like, okay, he doesn't have a plan. At least I didn't think like a really great plan. But
Uh,
I feel like I've somewhat maximized my pieces. So like, what can I do? But yeah,
Yeah.
I think rook a7 was a bit much. Maybe I should just play like h3 or wait, I don't know, or d3. D3 is useful.
yeah, d3 at some point would have been
Yeah, I don't know. It's
tricky.
It's like a closed position that isn't actually closed, but it's
yeah. It's because like even though it's only like 2 pawns have been traded, it feels like the queen side just kind of gone, like pawn wise. So it's like it's like all your pieces can do whatever they want, and like on the king side, it's like everything's stuck. So it's like it's weird.
Yeah, it is weird because it's like what's the like if you're looking at there's like there's like a quasi pawn imbalance. And that we sort of have a queen side majority, but we don't really. It's technically it's 2-on-2 on the queen side, but you could see it as you having sort of more of a central majority. So I was like, what are the it's sort of hard to say what anyone should be doing here. Like neither side, it seems like it felt like could really attack. So
It's like one of those like a4 like Roy Lopez's that Nepo kept trying against Magnus. It's like the queen side just feels like nothing happens, and like white's like a tiny bit better, but like they can't do anything. That's kind of how I felt this game was in a weird way.
yeah, that makes sense.
Although like the piece placement on the king side is very different.
yeah, this is like a super GM game right here. Exactly.
Oh yeah,
we're all just super GMs.
we're just a bunch of super GMs here. Yeah.
Still wasn't. I still liked my position. Like I didn't think I was like crushing or anything, but or like even significantly better. But I was like, it's kind of comfortable. But
Yeah, it makes sense.
I think we felt pretty confident for most of the game until we blundered it.
I thought later in the game it got a lot better, but I think here it still feels a little
Yeah.
this rook on b5 is still hard to get in the game.
right. It's
But
hard.
just
right.
wait, we're about to bring it to rook to c5.
Come on, we know
Yeah,
what
I mean-
got right.
It
So-
did get in the game. I mean,
Yeah, man. We
Here
were
it comes. Boom. There it is.
Yes.
there it is.
Rook c5.
Here's another move we didn't know what to do.
Don't worry. The next move, it goes
We
right
spent
back
like
to
5
b5.
minutes. Right, but here we're like, oh my god, we can trade the rook, and of course you were like, there's no way I'm ever trading that rook. But
yeah, I'm like, come on, there's got to be something. I have the A file, and that's pretty much it. But come on.
yeah, this rook dance. We were thinking here maybe like we would have been better off playing like bishop h6 or something.
Yeah, it's weird. So bishop h6 is like, I mean, it makes a lot of sense to get rid of this bishop, but like it also weakens e5 and
Yeah,
Not
it's
obvious.
always a problem.
But that's the
yeah.
thing
It's
is,
double-edged.
we keep on thinking about that. Like it weakens e5, but f6 was always a move that I was talking about playing. That if we can just defend the e5 pawn with f6, it's kind of like it's workable.
yeah, I mean f6 is a semi-common move in these games. I feel like, but I don't know if like in this type of position, but in the black side, the Rosalima with the g6 bishop g7, because it gives the f7 square for pieces and.
Yeah. Well, as long as you have a rook, as long as you keep a rook on the 5th rank, right? Your e5.
Yeah,
pawn,
yeah.
That's the key to these positions. So, no, but yeah, f6 was hard too because then we really have to reroute
I
that.
mean, yeah, F6 it's like kind of normal, but at the same time, it's F6. Never play F6.
Yeah, it totally kills your bishop too.
So my argument for F6 had basically been along the lines of
The
you don't
F6 is
have,
we can
you
play
don't-
bishop
you
H6.
You don't have a light square bishop, and we still have a queen and a light square bishop. So it was very unlikely that our king was going to get attacked through that weakness. You know what I mean?
It's a fair point. It's just you have to be careful with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, knight G4 becomes a stronger idea with F6.
Knight G4.
Maybe not immediately after F6, but like
But if we try to play bishop H6, then knight G4 would be could be annoying.
I mean, it still might work out for you because maybe bishop takes D2, knight takes F6 doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's true.
F7. I don't know. But
Well, it would win a pawn.
Yeah. So like, it might not be
no, it wouldn't because king F7. Then actually, it would lose a piece. But yeah,
So, yeah, I don't know. It's just but it's something to
right.
Also, maybe H4, H5 comes to mind. I don't know, but
yeah, right.
It's definitely not like a illogical move. It's just any type of move like F6, like it loosens your king, so you have to be a bit
right. That's why F6 is like typically crappy, right? Because it loosens your pawn structure in front of your king, and it doesn't create any breaks or open anything for you. So it's like I don't know.
There's like a ton of openings where F6 or F3 is just instantly terrible. It's like, why would you ever make that move? And then there's like that 5% of like opening positions. It's like, oh no, F6 makes a lot of sense here. It's like,
right.
This isn't an opening. This is a late.
Yeah, but it's just like the structure. F6 just looks. F6 to me looks very weird with a fianchetto structure. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
When you play like F6, you're long term like. Rather than bishop H6, which is an idea, but you can also play bishop at fate to C5 and something.
Which was what Seth was talking about.
That's what I wanted.
And like F6 just helps shore up like some squares. Like maybe not in this specific case, but sometimes when you do that, you want could get like a queen to H6 and knight to G5. So like in some weird cases with bishop F8 C5. So that's why you play F6 first, just control little squares. But
yeah, okay.
No, it's
right, you do play H6 a lot to control that G5 square, but it's not really an issue here. Yeah.
It's
do we want to just continue, I guess?
All right, so let's see. What's okay? Here's where it goes. So we thought we had something.
We thought that we would just want a pawn here, and then it wasn't quite like that. Yeah.
We thought we won. Yeah, right.
We thought we were just winning, actually.
So then there's so
then this is where we started recognizing some mating threats.
So we calculated everything to here, and with the plan of
bishop
this,
D4.
we calculated bishop B4, rook C2 at this point. At this point, we did calculate all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then, but then when we got to this point, we were like, oh, bishop B4 takes bishop takes D2. We were worried about this back rank checkmate.
Yeah, that's what I was originally intending when I played H3 if you went here, but while you were thinking, I thought knight B1 was good, missing knight B5 completely, and I was like, oh my god. When you play knight B5, I'm like, I'm an idiot. Because I just forgot that existed.
Did you look at this?
Yeah, that was my
So
that was my intention to
we calculated it, and I'm still not sure.
Play that, then play bishop takes. So the threat here is obviously mate on a 1.
Yeah, so I thought maybe
but we can play F5 here.
You can, yeah. I was thinking maybe F6, and then rook takes D3 was what I was thinking of.
But F6, don't you just take it?
Yeah, but you get a tempo and save.
That's what I said when we got in the position in the game. I said F6, but I didn't calculate it. But I said F6.
Oh, that's interesting.
When we got to the actual position,
well, this was what we were calculating, and I still have no idea if this would have been good. Which side this would have been good for?
It looks.
I didn't think I would have enough here to be better, but maybe
it seems like the king can either dance around
shape maybe, and it's not so. clear, right?
Yeah, so this was the position. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
but what about a no? Never mind.
I'm giving myself a point for having seen this all correctly. Now the
I do think
evaluation, I
it might
still
be
don't know, but
equal, maybe.
Yeah.
It's
But what
hard to-
about what about B8 there instead of
oh yeah, I
H8?
thought Rook D1, Rook B1 maybe.
Rook B8 here, like
Yeah,
this?
just
But can't you give a check and then defend that way?
yeah,
Yeah.
you can, yeah.
Like we did in the
Did
game.
right?
yeah,
yeah.
we're kind of yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But actually, that does make White's king better.
Yeah, it's similar to the game.
And then this still.
It's actually this close to the game. Weird.
This
And
is
then
really close to the
H5.
game. I know. I took
yeah.
on F5 when you played F5 in the game.
Yeah, weird. It's funny how we looked at two very different lines, but they both end up looking the same.
Yeah, they have the same like yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back and see what it actually did so we can
So knight B1.
Also,
Yeah.
instead of knight B1, I was looking at Rook A3, but I also missed knight B5 there. So,
Yeah, and then the whole rest of the game we're just in time trouble, really.
yeah.
So because
I
there
feel-
were some things that there were like some pretty, we could have gone for some pretty gnarly calculations, but well, even here, like taking this, yeah, we
Yeah,
want.
that's
I
kind
would
of felt it was
calculation.
almost forced or F6 because I thought if I get C4 and I'm
C4 and our
That's what
rook is
yeah, that's why we
finally-
decided just to we had to in time pressure we're like that's going to get trapped we think if
Yeah.
we don't just take it.
And then you finally get our C5. That you finally get the dumb rook on C5 if we.
yeah,
leave.
that was basically my I was like you kind of have to take C2 at least
Mhm.
that's maybe
Yeah, there
I
was.
don't see anything else to be honest.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up,
yeah.
Ringo?
I think so. I think that's right. So, and then we played F5. Okay, so you were talking here, Derek. Yeah, I remember you mentioning F6, but we just
Yeah,
didn't
I
have-
said it quickly because I wasn't sure if it worked or not.
and I was like, hangs upon. Well, here though, I don't like it as
But
much.
here we're not
though.
behind D2, right?
Right here, he just takes it and moves the bishop, and it's just a pawn.
I was also actually after F6 though, bishop takes F6. I was looking at bishop A2.
Bishop A2. We like that.
Yeah,
Actually
I saw that after. I saw that too.
that.
I was
Okay, but does it
F6
work?
First, bishop takes, then bishop A2. I was considering for you guys. That way you don't have to deal with back rank, and then maybe rook C1, bishop takes B1 is just winning. Maybe.
Okay.
Well, it would be if it was your turn.
What about in this position though? What do you play?
I had something to say here. What did I have? Maybe I didn't.
Your knight is
Looking at
like
knight
can't
C3.
move.
Is
Knight,
it knight A3?
Yeah, I had knight C3 at least. I remember. So.
Knight A3.
knight
Because I could
C3.
trade-
Oh no, just take the knight.
Knight C3.
I thought this should be good enough to equalize at least. but-
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but we win a pawn in that line.
Yeah.
I think I'm active enough after rook. No,
I don't know. This looks much better for black.
Connected passers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I wasn't entirely sure what I was going to do. I was calculating because I
That's
didn't see
not-
bishop
I don't
A2
think that's all
until-
forced though. That's not all forced.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Bishop
guess
A2
actually it
such a
is.
I thought
think
this
it
was a
is.
bailout option, but I thought I had something else. I don't
Yeah,
think
see, I don't think I saw the bishop A2 line, but I don't think I saw it until after we moved. I saw it on like the next move. I think,
Yeah,
right?
we
Oh,
in the next move.
I think like I think I thought maybe just king H2 or something, just get out. Of the
Yeah,
way.
just that's what I
Yeah.
said. Yeah, that is what I saw for
Yeah,
I
you.
remember
okay.
there was something that was okay, but like it's
Yeah.
so weird. Like, how do I develop? Like,
Yeah, but maybe
how do you do anything either? It's weird. I don't know, but
yeah,
if
the
I
rook is
can't-
now.
yeah, if I can't destroy this construction at some point, then they're probably better. 'cause you
Oh,
get too much-
Right. We would be better because we have the outside passer.
yeah, your
Yeah.
rook is just trapped in the corner.
Mostly because I can't move. Actually, like
Right, you just can't move. Like we just do something like this, and then I
Yeah.
don't know.
I wouldn't even play rook E2. I play like king F8, king E7. Just bring the king in first.
Yeah, that was
Because
actually
you're
what I
not
was
even
thinking.
thending to take
King
E3.
F8, King F8,
Yeah.
King D. Yep.
That just
yep.
gives us
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
We saw it a move too late as an option.
Dang. Actually,
Right,
this
also
is
we didn't
no-
calculate all that.
No. Some of us wanted to play king f8 at a certain point.
Oh no, sorry, I just meant the bishop move.
Wait, No,
Oh,
the
yeah.
bishop move.
Oh, the bishop
A2.
move.
Well,
The
we
bishop
also
move.
dismissed it. Wait, actually, when we looked at back and analyzed it, we also dismissed it. But it
No,
turns out
no,
it
we
worked.
dismissed it next move because it doesn't work.
Yeah, I
don't
think the next. Yeah, I didn't see it in that move. I saw it like now. I think
we dismissed it here. We dismissed it
that's-
here because we didn't want him just to keep.
Yeah, we
gobbling
had to
our
take the
pawns.
pawn. So we tried to pull it back to see
But
if we
it
could still do
might
it.
have been. It still might have worked.
But look at our
We're not
clock.
sure.
Look at our clock here.
Yeah.
So
I don't
if
know.
we do this and this and this, I don't think this is
If we
But you
tenable.
also have to calculate rook c1 instead of taking back on h6. Like rook c1 bishop.
Oh yeah. You're right. Sorry, rook c1. That's the whole point.
Yeah. king
Um,
h2, I guess, just to be a little safer.
King h2. Yeah.
But then there's g7. Who knows, right?
No, that you can't take because it's mate.
No, that's mate.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
also just mate.
Yeah,
That was the problem. So,
No,
but
I was thinking that like I was thinking black had king h7, but
but we can take
that
this way.
doesn't
We
work
can
for
take this
black.
way.
No, because then you just take the bishop.
Yeah, bishop rook takes a2.
Or
Alright,
takes bishop.
Okay. It's
And
not
here I'm
fair.
definitely better.
Yeah, now we're
Yeah.
losing. Okay.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was I think our very quick
Yeah.
calculation.
Yeah, it was quick.
Yeah,
Um
bishop a2 was not a move I saw like beforehand. Like I started to see it around here and I was calculating. I don't remember. I didn't think it was worse, but the more I look at it, I might have
yeah, I think if
evaluated it.
it was a good catch there, if you would have seen it a little earlier, I think we would have played it. on
Yeah,
that
it would have been cool. I saw it too late. I was like, I think it might have worked like a move or two ago, but it was too late.
Yeah.
Because
I
it
think
felt
I
so
was-
weird.
I think I overestimated my position a little in the sense that I just didn't think it could get worse.
In the sense that you're playing scrubs. Like
Well, I think it's just a general problem I have. I think a lot of players have this problem.
Yeah. Here, yeah, all these moves were like, oh, we didn't have time to really.
Yeah, we didn't have time to calculate any of it.
What else could we have tried here? What was the problem?
We looked at rook a.
Oh, because he's hitting the
A2.
rook, and if we move the rook, there was just
Maybe
nothing.
knight
well,
takes-
then
We looked at
like,
rook
well,
a2 and then doubling the pawns.
Yeah, he's gonna
Yep.
take it, and then
Oh,
he
no, we
still
had-
I
has the
think that's
back.
worse.
No, knight takes a3 is required here.
Yeah, I think you're
there's
right.
no other move. Yeah. And this is where we did this is where we popped around, and we're still all fine here. Like everything is still fine here. Like that's what's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
we just let that rook get in behind us, and I think that was just where it was just too much.
but it was still fine. Like that's the thing. Even with the rook in there, we were still okay. We just blundered away the bishop. Like if you look
Yeah.
at that position right before we blundered the bishop, it's like we
Yeah,
got
yeah.
still the outside passers. Like we
That's
still
true.
have passers.
I
Like,
honestly am not sure. It's just like it's really complicated.
This position, though, I don't know. About
It might
this
be
position.
drawn from an engine standpoint, but I think from a human standpoint, it's really complicated and easy just to make one misstep. Like we
Yeah, I
did,
think-
but
I-
granted, it was time trouble. But
I think White's just a lot more active. I think it's hard for our king to get in the game. With
yeah, and that's
White's
what I was just thinking. What
activity.
Baron just said. I think instead of throwing in that check, we almost should have just blocked the A file so that the rook couldn't get in behind.
Rook
us.
C1 was not a pointless
Oh,
move. The whole point of it was to bring it to B1. We couldn't
And
put it on
actually-
B2.
Oh, yeah, we
that's
couldn't
why we
bring
did
it
it.
I didn't see.
Yeah, but
rook
what about after they take the? What if we play rook A2 there before that move? Instead of throwing in the check, rook
I
A2.
missed rook a2 during the game.
Rook
I think-
A2.
Oh,
Rook
I
A2.
saw that, but we were so low of
Oh,
time, I
that's
couldn't really think
annoying.
about it. I think that was the only way to try to.
that's better.
prevent
This
the
is like
I think it's about
better.
equal. Yeah.
If we trade rooks, it's a dead draw, probably.
Is that dead draw or are we doing better?
I don't know, we've
Because
got those
we still,
two-
we still have the
we got
pass
one
pawns on
pass
the
pawn.
outside.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna lose this. To be
But we
honest.
still have the outside passer.
But he has a
still.
bishop to deal with them that we
Yeah,
can't
I know.
oppose.
Because it's opposite color bishops, and I think I'll have just
That's fair.
time with my king.
He'll cover the dark squares with the
It's
bishop.
possible, but it's
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know. I think maybe against him it would be a draw. If it was against like somebody our level, we might be able to win it.
But he could
Just
he could
if we could bring, because if we can bring our king over in time, kind of block the center pawns and then start pushing that B pawn, it might be something that's doable. It'll be tough, but it's a
Yeah,
better
but how
shot,
are-
I think,
How are we ever going to queen the B pawn?
by getting
getting
it to
the
the
king
first
ball.
rank.
By getting the king involved.
It's going to
Come
get.
on,
it's
Seth.
gonna
I thought
get
you knew
captured.
chess. I thought you knew how to.
It has to. You know how like every other square is a dark square. It has to pass through all those dark squares that we can't control.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it could. We could have. I don't know. You're right.
Yeah.
It might be a draw regardless.
Yeah, I
could have-
missed Rook A2 completely. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I
that
kind of
would've been
saw
better.
it really quickly, but I wasn't sure, and we were time trouble, so it didn't.
I saw Rook A2 in some line, but definitely not here. It was definitely not here.
It's
Yeah,
such a nice move too, and
it
because
is
like you
nice.
know the initial like thing is like my initial thought was, oh, there's Rook B3, but no, the bishop, you know.
Well, we thought, we were like, well,
Ideally for us in time trouble, we should have played something like that. It was going to be our only shot. In time trouble, I think we were going to end up blundering. So if we had seen that, it might have been able to hold a draw.
yeah, I just didn't see it. Well, I was just like, we have to babysit, we have to
Oh,
take care of this B pawn.
Honestly, I think if we had found Rook A2, we would have just drawn because at that point, it really is. I mean,
could
bishop
try
and
Rook
outside
C3,
pass.
though. I mean, it's not.
Yeah,
dead.
he doesn't have to take it. It's true. He can do this.
That's true.
And then, I mean, the rook's a bit awkward, but I want to transfer to the F file and you play Rook F6, maybe. But I'm taking risk here.
But now no, we can't do that.
No,
Sorry.
no. We play King F7 and we just get the king involved.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah, Hyper. This game was against Kush, who he's not on screen, but you can hear him talking. So he's like 2100. So we just played a consultation game against him.
Moving the bishop, I think, maybe.
D4.
So it is risk, like because I'm loosening the e pawn, which I'll probably lose at some point, to be honest.
We just go for it right now.
Right there. Boom.
I'm trying to make something work here.
I don't see anything winning here for white.
I mean, I feel like
Rook A2 was a miss.
Worst case scenario,
yeah, that was our last. I think that was our last best shot.
Oh wait, that's not a dead draw actually. But
I don't know, but I think
yeah, maybe not D4. It's hard.
Yeah,
D4, because you do just give up that e pawn, which
D4 here. Yeah, move your bishop first.
But I mean, I just want to get my king over to D7 and then start pushing. Like that's my goal.
One, just play a move and say what next.
Because like my goal here all day is to just get the king over and then start pushing with the pawns.
Sure, but yeah, well, I don't know.
Yeah, it's looking more and more
draw. It looks very drawish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do think I have some slight pressure, but the thing is, if I can't do anything with it, then your B pawn's annoying. Like,
yeah, B pawn and at least in this line, unlike the one as Baron points out, even though it wasn't pointless, but yes, we did push your king off the back rank. So here we have it. I mean, you can still come out, I guess. You can still come out this way.
Yeah, it's just
and in retrospect, we forced him to activate his king, which in turn ended up checkmating us.
Yeah, almost. No, well, we got out of the checkmate problem. The first,
the first one.
Obviously, we got mated at the end.
Yeah,
but the game was over. But like, yeah. So
all right, I guess let's work through the rest. Just
because but here it's still like I think we survived this somehow.
We did survive, yeah.
We're like still surviving. But yeah,
so let's go back here. By the way, I saw a move here I really liked, which was what was I looking at here? No, like I wanted to keep the king from coming over. So I was arguing that we should have
just not. We could have it could have been like this.
Yeah. This kind of deal.
Here. She takes H5 was my plan.
Takes.
Okay, then we take the H3 actually. Take H3.
Oh, then I take G6, I thought. And then you have to play Bishop E6 or D7.
Wait,
yeah. You don't want to do this. This is bad.
No, then they.
Yeah.
Oh, that is bad.
Yeah, and then Bishop E6 or D7. So that was my hope.
But, so we would take this one though.
And I thought H4, and it's not so clear.
H4.
Oh, now Rook H3.
Yeah, I mean it's a game.
Yeah.
Well, no, now we just push the B pawn.
Well, no, it's not like my king's dead. I can play king e2, d2, c3. It's not.
And he still has
Oh,
this.
Oh, I remember the move that I was looking at. I remembered I
sorry.
wanting to play c5 before you were able to play king d4. That was what it was. Whenever you played king d4,
Okay.
I wanted to play. It's supposed to play in b4.
Yeah.
It's supposed to that move. I wanted us to play that move. Yeah.
Oh, don't I
that
have
was-
king f4 still? I thought.
Yeah, but he came around to king f4 anyway.
but then I would just now I push with the b4.
Okay, king
He's
d5.
still
you
coming.
I think
still
in
coming.
that one you
then
might
it's
want to
right,
push
it's
with the
still
c
the,
pawn.
Yeah.
I don't think either one.
I don't think it makes it. I think it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like.
Actually, against the mate threat, by the way, why did we never consider like a rook a1 to rook
No, we should have thought about it because we were under
rook a6. Rook a1, rook a6.
Yeah, because we were under time pressure.
Yeah,
we
we
didn't
just-
think of it fast
I
enough.
mean, I thought if you start going passive, then I at least can like cement the bishop with like e5 or g5.
That was the other thing where I thought it was basically we had to try to make a push to win it, or we were just going to lose it, and then we just blundered.
I mean, it's definitely not an easy position to play.
Yeah.
Well, it's still
Yeah,
okay,
we got
so,
as Dirk points out, we got down to 3 seconds at one point. we just started yelling move anyway.
I think it was less.
all right.
than
So
3 seconds.
okay. So obviously
it was
this
2
loses
points.
the game, but
Yeah.
like so here, are we totally busted?
I'm not 100% sure, but I was feeling pretty confident now because
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
king's in, my pawns are kind of hard to win, and your bishop on
Yeah.
a2 is like your bishop has a hard time playing because if you play b3, then my bishop on e5 controls b2, so you have to spend more tempi and.
Yeah, once you got to that point, I was like, "There's no way for that pawn to kind of go anywhere." It's
Maybe this one.
Not maybe g4, b2, g5, maybe. I don't know. It's
B2.
risk. It's some risk there for me.
Yeah, I think this. And then how are you? What are you doing about in this position? You said
Probably d4 first. Let's just defend the pawn.
D4, and now we start. Yeah, but
And then there's
just in
d5
time.
or rook h7. It's not
But if D5 takes,
take.
yeah, that's another pass pawn.
Well, you
Well,
can win it with b2 first. Oh wait, no, sorry, never mind. I have this one.
we would trade pawns in that case.
But
Yeah,
I
we
should
could do
have
this.
with the
No
pawn
trade
here
pawns
this time.
because it's still defended by the rook, which we
The rook, yeah. So it's just.
But it's actually still a. No, it's not a draw. Never mind. I'm done. Never mind. Yeah, I just take and.
I don't know. Yeah,
I hold this. Which
I don't know.
dead.
Doesn't seem good. So
Instead of d5, I also could just play rook h7 check. You know. First.
yeah.
Um,
So D4 here, B3, and then rook check.
yeah.
Okay, king g6,
Rook g7,
king h5.
and then rook b7 probably.
Rook b7.
Yeah. I
Oh,
don't.
rook B7. Yes. That's, yeah. Gotcha.
King-
Get behind our pawn.
King
And
h4
rook
or king h4. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
I thought you should play rook e1 instead to go after my e pawn. In this case,
Oh, here rook E1.
and then king takes c6, and I go back to d6, I guess.
This seems pretty drawn.
It's not obvious to me, to be honest.
I mean, we're down a yeah.
It might be objectively drawn. I'm not.
It's
I mean,
hard.
this is an opposite bishop, right?
Yeah,
Like,
with the rooks. With the rooks.
Yeah, your king's so like misplaced, and your pieces are all like kind of wonky. So like, I don't know.
It's hard. Yeah, but we can attack this. I think we can get this guy, no problem. Maybe. And
I
then
wonder if God keeps saying rook takes d5 first. What is that? Where?
rook takes D. No.
Probably in a different line, but
No, rook takes d5 first. I don't know. What? Erikito, what are you talking about? In the line with d5. Rook takes d5.
Yeah, okay.
Ah,
I see
okay.
the idea, but that's smart.
Rook takes d5 here.
First take first take on d5 once, but then rook takes d5. Yeah, that's
the
smart.
rook takes.
Rook takes.
Oh, nice.
Hanging a rook.
Oh, discovered.
Oh, and then we queen.
Oh, come on in, the queen. Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, just
Woo!
yeah.
Dang.
Go on,
Nice.
Erikito.
That's nice.
Okay.
That's what a sack.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that would have been pretty epic if we'd
I
found that.
don't have to take d5. I can still draw. I play king c6.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Then it's still probably just a draw, but I'm not better anymore, so king
Yeah.
c6 and oh wait, b2. My rook's been, but I give a rook h7. Okay, so
You still can never take our rook.
oh, there's king e6 as well. I missed that.
Well, can we play this?
Well, no, I
Yeah,
have
king
rook
e6.
h6 check. Rook
Rook.
h6,
Okay, king takes bishop.
Yeah.
No,
but it's still a draw. But
no, yeah, rook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, then rook can take the rook. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Wait, no, wait, the same problem still exists. Because now, if you take the rook, we can still push the pawn.
No.
Yeah, and then you
but
throw it over there, and then you,
looks.
and then you're gonna have to.
I took it with check. All right.
Oh, it's with
You have
check.
to run into a check. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But
Two,
even
and then I get behind the pawn and
yeah.
Okay, so it's a draw.
still
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, rook takes d5 would have shocked me. Assuming that all
Again,
happened.
we didn't. That's like 4 moves down a line. That
A line that didn't happen in the game. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Instead, we just blundered.
Yeah, my fault.
Yeah, I
But-
mean it's not easy though. Maybe
Yeah, I was like, all right, just trying to play a quick one, and the one time you don't calculate, you blunder.
yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
There's no heroes in time pressures these days.
Right. Yeah.
But also, I have other options besides d4. Like if you play rook d1, I have rook h7 check, for example.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard for us for sure at this point, and then with the clock, it's almost impossible. So
I mean, you guys played really well though. I don't think I was better until the time pressure part. Basically. Well, I think I was like tiny bit, but nothing like real. I think it was just a little bit more comfortable for me. Maybe I missed some stuff, but
yeah, it was good.
it was actually really fun though. It was
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, that was
I was
fun.
definitely
Thanks a lot.
sweating.
Thanks a lot for doing this. This was a educational game and a fun game. So appreciate you coming on.
I always like to ask this question, but I guess it's always like really tricky for people, especially like at a level where they're playing, like and it's a close game. But would you say that like we were playing at a 2000 level or something like that? Within this game, or like what did it feel like? Like,
well, okay, depends. You mean like 2000chess.com or like 2000?
2000 Lee chess. That was us.
Yeah, no. Like 2000chess.com, sure. Like, do you think this was at a 2000chess.com?
Honestly, probably. It's not.
Hey.
I wouldn't say that's particularly unreasonable to say.
That's cool. Because I mean, like,
I don't play a lot on chess.com to be fair, but I mean, I played enough that I'm pretty sure that's not incorrect.
Yeah, because we're all in the 1500 range, right? So it's kind of wild that the consultation can work like it does. You know what I mean? To like have like the combined blunder checking and like line calculation and stuff.
Right, we can play a good game until we lose it, but we take so long. We always.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
one of those things about chess. It's like calculation is so important, right? So so it does make sense that when you have a quote unquote blunder checker.
Yeah, that's what it should. We should blunder less, but that's what we always say is like comes down to strategy. We'll have different ideas, so we'll conflict and
Yeah, well, we basically got into a groove. We had one game where we blundered horribly pretty early.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the Cartier game.
Cartier, yeah.
but for the most part, yeah, we play.
don't blunder
We
hard.
blunder. We don't blunder till the time scramble usually.
Yeah.
So
All right, let's call it there so I can get on later and so I can get downstairs and do
Yeah,
something.
this took a little longer than I expected, but I guess it's 45 plus 30. So what do I?
Yeah, we
It's
normally
alright.
keep it to 2 hours, but this time
Also,
we
this is one of
overshot
the
that
ever-
by a decent
This
amount.
is also one of the longer reviews that we've ever done, so it's just
Yeah.
valuable.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we'll let you go. Thanks for entertaining us, teaching us some stuff. So we appreciate it.
yeah.
Yeah, no problem. I actually really like this game. I'm probably gonna analyze it later. Not now because I always get salty when I analyze a game right after I play. It doesn't matter if I won or lost. I'm just gonna call myself.
Yeah, it is easier to wait a day or something like that and look at it.
Yeah,
But all right, well,
actually played a
well,
game,
thanks for
so-
coming on. Appreciate it. And I think we decided the scrubs will be off next weekend to watch Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
So we'll all take off next Sunday, and then we'll
Right.
see you in 2 weeks. So
Yep.
have a
We
good
have
one,
true
everybody.
scrub joining us as a guest in 2 weeks, so
Yeah. So we'll see you.
Alright.
So see you
Alright.
guys.